Chapter 568. It doesn't matter. It's not our job anyway. The professor laughed. Not bad, Xiaoqiqi. You actually saw the murderer at a cocktail party? It's just a coincidence. Mu Qiqi stole a glance at Sheng Xiao's expression. Not daring to continue chatting with the professor, she hung up. This isn't the way home, is it? Where are we going now? The hospital. Although it was two simple words, Mu Qiqi understood that Sheng Xiao wanted to see Grandpa Sheng. But when they arrived at the hospital, Sheng Xiao went straight to the office of Grandpa Sheng's doctor. Chief Sheng, I'm sorry to trouble you to come here. With the help of the specialists you've invited, we've found out the real reason Grandpa Sheng fainted twice recently. It's because of this tumor hidden in his brain. Sheng Xiao watched as the doctor handed him the CT scan. But Sheng Xiao did not take it. He did not think that he could understand it. Is it diagnosed? The doctor nodded. Moreover, there's a possibility of metastasis. There's a 70% chance that it's malignant. What's the treatment plan? We're worried that he might not be able to handle such a major surgery at his age. The location of the tumor is really not optimistic. However, at the latest tomorrow, after I've consulted with the specialist, I'll tell you a few feasible plans. When that time comes, it'll be up to your family to decide. There was no obvious change in Sheng Xiao's expression, but Mu Qiqi knew that while her man appeared to be ruthless and unforgiving with his words, he was the most sentimental of people. With Grandpa Sheng sick, the other brothers of the Sheng family were either thinking about Huang Yao or the inheritance. But Sheng Xiao had found a specialist. Of the two who were once at odds with each other, Sheng Xiao was the first to know about Grandpa Sheng's illness. Mu Qiqi very naturally held Sheng Xiao's hand, as if to comfort him. Sheng Xiao knew what she was thinking, and so put Mu Qiqi's hand into his pocket. So he did not come to the hospital to see Grandpa Sheng, but to hear the diagnosis from the doctor. Come up with a treatment plan as soon as possible. I want him alive. When Sheng Xiao said those words, Mu Qiqi could clearly feel the seriousness in his words. The doctor looked at Sheng Xiao's expression and finally nodded. We will do our best. After that, Sheng Xiao brought Mu Qiqi home. However, Mu Qiqi was not as talkative as usual, which Sheng Xiao was not used to. What's wrong today? Today, I seem to have gotten to know my husband again. Mu Qiqi could not help leaning into his arms. I always felt that you hated the old man from the bottom of your heart. For me, you stood against him and left the Sheng family so resolutely. I always thought that you no longer have a grandfather in your heart. But I knew that you lost your temper 2 days ago. And seeing you here today, I know that you actually care about your family very much. If you didn't care about your family, you wouldn't have been attracted to the Sheng family in the past. You wouldn't have complained either. Xiao Xiao, it's not embarrassing to say it out loud. In front of outsiders, you act like a high and mighty god. But in my heart, you also need 7 emotions and 6 desires. You need love and companionship. Do you regret being with me after seeing me like this? Sheng Xiao caressed Mu Qiqi's hair again and again. Why should I regret it? I love you even more because I know that my man has a big heart. Although Sheng Xiao and the old man were incompatible on the surface, Mu Qiqi could understand the softness in his heart. Sheng Xiao hugged the little one tightly. He did not dote on her for nothing. Although the old man was hateful, and he didn't want to forgive him. Since he knew about this, he wouldn't sit back and do nothing. Otherwise, wouldn't he feel guilty? Feeling bored staying in the hospital, the old man asked who ran when he could be discharged. Coincidentally, the attending doctor was doing his rounds and told the old man, keep him under observation for 2 more days. Otherwise, we won't help you if you faint again. You doctors only know how to cheat money. I'm perfectly fine. Why would I need to stay in the hospital? The doctor smiled at that. Old mister, you're right to listen to me. The old man did not struggle. After all, Huang Yao was managed by third brother, and there were other people in the family. He did not need to worry. Then I'll stay for 2 more days. You can't stop me if there's no problem. Old mister, you have to remember that you have a good grandson. The doctor said meaningfully and left the ward, leaving the old man, and who ran confused. However, the grandson the doctor was talking about was obviously not Sheng Kai. He rarely came to the hospital, and made a fuss the moment he came. It was unlikely that it was Sheng Bowen, but he had been dealing with things in Huangyao for the past 2 days. The old man guessed that it was him, but he was afraid that he would be disappointed. However, just because of this, he was willing to stay for 2 more days. Tang Yin returned home in the early morning, but Feng Shanshan was still waiting for him in the living room. Have you eaten? Tang Yin shook his head. I don't have time to eat. Then I'll heat it up for you. Having said that, Feng Shanshan got up from the sofa and went to the kitchen. Soon, she came to Tang Yin with the delicious food. Eat. Tang Yin frowned. He did not understand why she was so attentive all of a sudden. So after sitting down at the dining table, Tang Yin looked at the food and did not eat. Instead, he leaned on the table and asked Feng Shanshan, "What are you up to now?" Feng Shanshan was surprised for a moment and then smiled. Am I? Tell me. Otherwise, I really can't eat this meal. Feng Shanshan lowered her head and thought for a moment. Finally, she said, Look at you're such a big house. It's quite lonely living alone. It's time-consuming to clean it, and no one will cook for you. Why don't you give me some space? I'll take care of the housework and 3 meals a day. What do you think? I won't live for free. I'll take care of everything and pay rent. Tang Yin lowered his head in silence. After listening to her, he only answered, No. Why? Feng Shanshan asked. I won't trouble you. You're already troubling me, Tang Yin said coldly. I don't like people wandering around in front of me and affecting my thoughts. Moreover, I've been staying in the study for the past 2 days. It's very uncomfortable. Feng Shanshan did not expect Tang Yin to reject her so quickly and straightforwardly. Although she was a little depressed, she felt that it was understandable. Chapter 569. Alright then. I've been bothering you for the past 2 days. Since you don't like it, I'll pack up later and leave tomorrow morning, said Feng Shanshan. It's up to you. Then Tang Yin stood up from the dining table. Feng Shanshan was dumbfounded. You ate it, didn't you? Did I poison it? Tang Yin thought for a while and sat back down. Feng Shanshan knew that he was embarrassed, so she did not want to torture him anymore. His sweat could really suffocate a person to death. In fact, Feng Shanshan was more or less mentally prepared. It would be strange if Tang Yin, who was not a compassionate person, agreed. He did not like to trouble others, and he did not want others to trouble him. However, Feng Shanshan noticed that the house next to Tang Yan's small courtyard seemed to be abandoned. If she could buy it and become Tang Yan's neighbor, she would not have to worry about safety, and she would not have to worry about causing trouble or disturbing him. Thinking of this, Feng Shanshan curled up on the sofa and fell asleep. When the time came, she would also buy a sofa like this because it was comfortable enough to sleep on. Tang Yin buried his head in his meal and did not pay attention to Feng Shanshan. When he was about to go to the study, he saw that Feng Shanshan had already fallen asleep on the sofa. In the past, he never felt guilty when he rejected people because he did not think that he would beg others for help. If he offended them, then so be it. However, he did not know why he felt a little guilty when he rejected Feng Shanshan. This was something he had never felt before. Feng Shanshan was betrayed and had nowhere to go. Logically speaking, as a man, he should help her. However, he did not want to have anything to do with others, especially in his personal life. He did not want another person to distract him. Unexpectedly, Feng Shanshan did not act pitiful or pester him. The next day, she really packed up and left his house. When Tang Yin went out, he suddenly felt worried because he actually thought about where else could Feng Shanshan go. Was that something he should be concerned about? Thinking of this, he was even more annoyed. He rode his motorcycle and left the house. Xia Lin's interrogation was not smooth either. This man was even more cunning than Xia Yingsheng. He insisted that he was abroad when Shen Qing died, and it was impossible for him to kill someone in the country. Now that the police could not find more evidence, they could only watch as Xia Lin was released. What happened between Shen Qing and Xia Lin? What secrets did the two of them have? Why couldn't they find any clues in Shen Qing's house? Tang Yin was troubled by this, so he did not have the mood to care about Feng Shanshan. He also wanted to use work to completely forget about this matter. What about Feng Shanshan? He appeared to be carefree and not worried about where he would go next. When they arrived at school, Mu Qiqi saw that Feng Shanshan had actually come to class. She asked her, "Where have you been these 2 days? Didn't you smell my scent? Why are you still asking when you already know the answer?" Feng Shanshan rolled her eyes at Mu Qiqi. Officer Tang probably wants to be a bachelor for the rest of his life. He's really hard to describe. You took off your clothes and seduced him. Feng Shanshan continued to stare at Mu Qiqi. Although I can have fun, I don't like to have sex. I just suggested renting his house, and I will pay for his meals and housework. But he still rejected me without hesitation. Do you know? He did not hesitate at all. Mu Qiqi could not help but laugh. He is single because of his ability. What can you do? What are your plans after this? Thanks to Grandpa Sheng's blessing, I have money to buy the house next to Tang Yan. This way, I don't have to worry about my safety anymore. Mu Qiqi could not help but raise her hand and give her a thumbs up. You're amazing. This is the sorrow of being alone. I heard that after Xia Lin brought him back, he refused to admit it. The police's lead was cut off again. The only hope now is to crack Xinqing's computer. But I don't know if the information in it can be recovered. Mu Qiqi sighed. It's such a big case. Everyone knows that he is the murderer, but they can't do anything to him. I used to think that this kind of thing only happens in TV dramas. Just wait for the news. Feng Shanshan took the notebook and could not help but smile. Do you know? I want to be your enemy all the time. It's hard for me to do this. We are still enemies. While they were chatting happily, someone unexpectedly sent Mu Qiqi a package. Mu Qiqi opened it and saw a real human palm inside. It was dripping with blood, and the students around her were so frightened that they scattered. Feng Shanshan and Mu Qiqi, however, were very calm. They looked at each other and smiled. Someone dares to threaten you? Looks like he wants to know how powerful CEO Sheng is. But Mu Qiqi did not want to joke about it. Doesn't this mean that the person is guilty? Shall we go to the forensics lab tonight? Mu Qiqi shook her head and said to Feng Shanshan, You go alone. I have something to do at home. She did not forget that she would go to the hospital with Sheng Xiao tonight to listen to the results of the consultation. Although the old man had humiliated her, he was sick now. He would not be able to live for long. What was there to hold a grudge? In fact, when the doctor asked him to stay in the hospital, Grandpa Sheng had more or less guessed that the reason for his fainting was not simple. So, when Hu Ran and Gu Xiling were not around, Grandpa Sheng went to the doctor's office alone. Doctor, there is no one else now. Tell me the truth. I don't have much time left, do I? The doctor looked at Grandpa Sheng's eyes and knew that he was an understanding man. He said directly, Yes, it's a tricky disease. But it's not completely hopeless. I understand now. Let's leave it to fate. This old man has never been afraid of anything in his life. Old sir, you should be more optimistic. I'm having a consultation with the specialist today, because your grandson asked me to come up with a treatment plan. If you don't come, I'm already on my way to see him. Which grandson of mine? Look, other than the one who doesn't get along with you, who else? 8th young master Sheng Xiao. Grandpa Sheng was silent for a while. Then he asked uncertainly, Is he trying to make me die early or something? Chapter 570. Grandpa Sheng followed behind the doctor and saw Sheng Xiao, Mu Qiqi, and the specialists in the consultation room. Then, the attending doctor walked in and put all the plans in front of Sheng Xiao. Chief Sheng, I believe that the specialists have told you about old Mr. Sheng's condition. And after our discussion, we suggest that you persuade old Mr. Sheng to undergo surgery as soon as possible. The success rate of the surgery is 35%. The current situation is still optimistic. If it continues to be delayed, it will be too late when the tumor metastasizes or the cells spread. Then the surgery will be meaningless. What about the surgery plan? Sheng Xiao asked. There are 2 plans for the surgery at the moment. One is to go abroad. At the moment, the equipment abroad is more advanced. But in terms of this kind of surgery, I still trust the local doctors more. The 2 chances are almost the same. This needs to be weighed by the family members. This is the first time I heard that a 70% chance is considered high. Sheng Zhao's voice was a little cold. Chief Sheng, we doctors also hope that every patient can recover. But humans are so small in front of diseases. We can't do anything but try our best. Sheng Xiao looked at the plan and finally put it in front of the doctor. You said that the local doctors are more skilled. The specialists you invited also agree with this. Also, the patient needs to agree to the surgery. And there are so many people in the Sheng family. Do you want to tell them? If I tell them, can the surgery still be done? Sheng Xiao asked the doctor. Sheng Kai and Sheng Bowen would have to fight many times. Moreover, the Sheng family had their own thoughts. It was unknown whether they wanted Grandpa Sheng to recover or not. Tell them. Then I will think of a solution for the patient, said the doctor. I hope you will do your best. Grandpa Sheng really did not expect that Sheng Xiao would come to the hospital for a meeting with the doctors for his sake. Obviously, Sheng Xiao did not want to see him. But just as the doctor said, not wanting to see him did not mean that he did not care. After Sheng Xiao and Sheng Bowen left, Grandpa Sheng went to the doctor's office. Did you see it? Grandpa Sheng nodded. I just didn't expect. He didn't expect that his grandson, who was always against him, was the one who cared about his health the most. And those people who usually spoke well of him were now eyeing his inheritance. Old Mr. Sheng, that is why you have to make a choice. With that, the doctor placed the treatment plan in front of Sheng Xiao. Now you need to nod and agree. When the old man saw the surgery consent form, he didn't think too much and wrote his name on it. You won't even consider it? I trust Sheng Xiao. It's just that I don't want anyone else in the Sheng family to know about my surgery, especially my other grandchildren. Doctor, before this, I hope you can cooperate with me. I want to leave the hospital and find an excuse to come back. Old Sheng did not want second brother and his wife to know about this. Otherwise, who knew how much they would plot against him? The doctor thought about it and nodded. Go ahead, I'll just cooperate. Among all his children and grandchildren, only the 8th one was sincere to him. But in the past, he had done so many things to hurt his 8th brother. He had pushed his grandson away with his own hands. After coming out of the hospital, Mu Qiqi received a call from Feng Shanshan. The information in Xin Qing's computer has been recovered and decoded, and in her encrypted files, there are photos of her and Xie Lin together. Aren't you coming to the police station to participate in such an exciting moment? Mu Qiqi turned to look at Sheng Xiao. Although she was excited, she did not hesitate and said, Since everyone has found the evidence, I have nothing to do with what happens next. Just tell me the results when the time comes. Feng Shanshan nodded. Mu Qiqi nodded. All right. We'll talk about it in class tomorrow. Mu Qiqi wanted to go, but she wanted to stay by Sheng Xiao's side. Sheng Xiao put his arm around Mu Qiqi's neck. He did not want to let go of her now. He just wanted to hug this little one. Are you going to tell Dad and Mom? Sheng Xiao shook his head. There's no need to let more people know about this. As long as he did it quietly, it would be fine. That old man probably didn't want to alarm others, especially those who had a deep obsession with his legacy. What if the surgery fails? Sheng Xiao did not say anything. He just hugged Mu Qiqi tighter. We'll talk about it when the time comes. I'm afraid that Sheng Kai's family will make a big fuss. Not to mention one. Even 10 Sheng Kais can't do anything in front of me. This was Sheng Zhao's confidence. At this moment, Xie Lin was brought back to the police station for interrogation. They found a lot of photos of them in Xin Qing's computer. Officer, what can this prove? If you suspect that I killed her, you should show me the evidence. Xie Lin said very calmly. You have to be clear. When Xin Qing died, I was abroad. If you have evidence, come and arrest me. If not, I advise you not to keep wasting my time. Otherwise, I will file a lawsuit against you. The colleagues in the interrogation room felt very uncomfortable, because this man was really too cunning. He did not fall into any trap. Seeing this, Tang Yin felt that he had to find new evidence. That was why was Xie Lin abroad when Xin Qing died. If he could figure this out, everything would have an answer. However, when Tang Yin left the police station and was about to ride his motorcycle, he saw Feng Shanshan at the entrance of the police station. At first, he did not think about this woman for the whole day. He did not have any burden in his heart. But Tang Yin felt that when he saw Feng Shanshan at this moment, all the psychological hints in his mind were broken. So he rode his motorcycle to Feng Shanshan. "Where are you going? I'll give you a ride." "No need. You can go. I bought a car myself." Feng Shanshan took the car key and shook it at Tang Yin. It seemed that she did not need him at all. "Have you found a place to stay?" "Yes." Feng Shanshan nodded. "Thanks to you. That's good." After that, Tang Yin rode his bike and left the police station, leaving Feng Shanshan alone in confusion. Was this man so kind to her? Chapter 571. That night, when Tang Yin returned home, he was eager to know where Feng Shanshan had gone. Didn't they say that her friends could not be trusted? Didn't they say that she had been living alone since she was young, and had no family? He was the one who rejected Feng Shanshan. But strangely, he was the one who could not let go of Feng Shanshan. That feeling made him feel strange and anxious. He did not know what was wrong with him. So, he went to the bathroom to take a cold shower in the winter. But when he returned to the kitchen, and saw the kitchen utensils that Feng Shanshan had used, the worry that he had just suppressed floated to the surface of the water, like a feather falling into the lake. How would he know that Feng Shanshan was packing her things next door? However, Feng Shanshan did not want him to know. So she planned to miss his working hours and go out. Otherwise, it would be very awkward if they met. The next day, the doctor announced that Grandpa Sheng was fine and could be discharged. Sheng Bowen specially arranged a comfortable car to pick him up from the hospital. The doctor and Grandpa Sheng agreed to only give him 2 days to go back to the hospital for surgery, because his condition could not be delayed. Grandpa Sheng nodded in agreement. He planned to go home and arrange a good show where his good friend came to visit him. Then he would go straight to the hospital for treatment. When they returned home, the Shengs behaved themselves. Even Sheng Kai went back to work seriously. He was willing to submit to Sheng Bowen and be the vice president of Huang Yao. He swallowed everything. After Sheng Bowen took office, he handled the matters of Huang Yao very well. Even if he was not smart, he knew how to make use of his strength, which was to win people over with virtue. A large number of radicals in the company didn't like Sheng Bo's scholarly style of doing things, so they secretly contacted Sheng Kai. Because if Sheng Bowen became the CEO, they would have no benefits to speak of. They wouldn't be able to get any benefits. On the surface, Sheng Kai did not accept anyone's invitation. But in their hearts, they knew that Sheng Kai could not be picky at this time. At lunchtime, everyone was very obedient. Grandpa Sheng chuckled. Then, he put down his bowl and chopsticks and said to everyone, "Grandpa Song called me late last night and invited me to the Song family to rest for a few days. Anyway, I need to rest now, so I agreed to his invitation and will leave tomorrow afternoon." "Which Grandpa Song? The antique collector?" Sheng Bowen asked. "Yes, it's him." The old man nodded. "Let the butler accompany you. Pay attention to control your emotions," Sheng Bowen instructed. At the side, Gu Xiling looked at the old man. She couldn't help but have some doubts in her heart. This was because the Song family that the old man was talking about was also friends with the Gu family. However, this family had already moved to Iceland a year ago. They weren't even in the country at all. How could they possibly invite the old man over? What was the old man planning? After lunch, Gu Xiling called her mother and asked her to confirm the matter of the Song family. However, Gu Xiling's mother told her that the family had not come back since they emigrated. Gu Xiling was sure that the old man was hiding something. Otherwise, why would he hide it from his family? In order to get to the bottom of this, Gu Xiling decided to follow Grandpa Sheng tomorrow to find out what was going on. In the afternoon, Mu Qiqi and Feng Shanshan rested in the library of Shengting University. It was clearly such a sacred place, but there was a little girl gossiping in such a place. Feng Shanshan couldn't stand it anymore. She walked in front of the two girls and said to them, "This doesn't seem to be a suitable place for you to discuss which celebrity has cheated on you and who has hooked up again." The two girls glanced at Feng Shanshan and felt a little uncomfortable. They closed the gossip magazine and got up from their seats to leave. Feng Shanshan looked at the cover. It was actually Xinqing. She called out to the two girls. "Leave the magazine." The two girls handed the magazine over in a silly manner and quickly left the library. Feng Shanshan returned to her seat with the magazine and handed it to Mu Qiqi. "This issue has Xinqing's previous interview. What's the use? It's impossible for her to return to the magazine and remind us who killed her and where the evidence is." Mu Qiqi glanced at the cover of the magazine. Although she said that it was useless, her hands still flipped through the pages uncontrollably. When she saw the lines of the interview, she suddenly frowned. Xinqing said that the kind of people she envied the most in her life are the paparazzi. Shouldn't it be hatred? Feng Shanshan looked at the magazine. She also mentioned that she has a good relationship with the paparazzi in the circle. Thinking of this, Mu Qiqi immediately took out her phone and searched for news about Xinqing. She found that there were very few negative news about her. Of course, it was compared to Huang Fu. If the paparazzi Chui is really helping Huang Fu to keep an eye on Xinqing, how is it possible that Xinqing did not expose any scandals? I still feel that the paparazzi is very suspicious. Feng Shanshan was also bored. She went to look for news and videos about the paparazzi. She looked at them one by one, because she also felt that there was a secret between Xinqing, Xialin, and the paparazzi, although the police had found the photos of Xinqing and Xialin. Mu Qiqi, I actually want to investigate the ancestors of this paparazzi, because I found this. Feng Shanshan passed the phone to Mu Qiqi. She went to the paparazzi's Weibo and found his alternate account. She followed the alternate account and found the profile picture that the paparazzi had used before. It was a photo of him with a woman. Although it was not very clear from the outline, it was not difficult for them to see that it was a fat version of Xinqing. They looked at each other and then got up from the library. The time they spent looking at the photo should be about the same as when they were in high school. So they quickly found the location of the paparazzi's high school. They rushed there anxiously, only to find that Tang Yin was also in that school. "You also found something unusual?" Tang Yin glanced at them and continued to look for the photos in his hand. "I went to the Civil Aviation Department to confirm it. Xialin did go abroad a few days ago, but on the afternoon of Xinqing's accident, he flew back to Jinchuan with a private jet. The people from Huayu made a fake certificate. But even so, Xialin still insisted that he did not kill Xinqing that night. He also did not see Xinqing. He even clamored for the police to show him the evidence. So I think that perhaps the paparazzi and Xialin know something about each other, but they are hiding it for each other." Chapter 572. Because of this, Feng Shanshan took out her phone and showed it to him. Xinqing and the paparazzi used to be a couple in school. Tang Yin searched through the photos and found Xinqing, who was a little fat, in the graduation photo album. After that, the three of them found the homeroom teacher at that time to understand the situation. Only then did they know that the two of them were in a relationship at a young age. Xinqing was fat at that time, and many people despised her. Only the paparazzi liked her and was willing to be with her. In the photo, they also saw the paparazzi exercising. So Mu Qiqi asked, "Is this man very fit?" Of course. His father used to run a Muay Thai gym in his early years. Although I have never seen him practice, his physical fitness is amazing. He has always been number one in sports. After understanding the situation from the school, the three of them felt very complicated. Xialin was Xinqing's lover, and the paparazzi was Xinqing's first love. What kind of entangled love triangle was this? It was really annoying. So when you are in a relationship, you have to be wholehearted. Xinqing's situation is the most likely to lead to a love killer. Mu Qiqi sighed. Relationships are troublesome. Tang Yin said these four words naturally. No, he felt that the root of all this was greed and love. Xinqing is asking for too much. You are asking for nothing. Feng Shanshan could not help but stare at him. Officer Tang, although love is not as good as you think, it is not as bad as you think. Mu Qiqi saw the two of them arguing because of this matter. She could not help but stand aside because she felt that she was like a third wheel now. I can't understand women. I beg you, don't understand women. I really don't want anyone to be so unlucky. The two of them bickered and left the school where the paparazzi and Shen Qing used to study. This should be a great help in sorting out the case. And from the paparazzi's mouth, they should be able to say something that the police did not know. At night, the two of them came out of the police station. Mu Qiqi saw her man's car parked quietly at the entrance. She turned and asked Feng Shanshan, "Have you bought a house?" "Of course, but it is not suitable for people to live in yet." "Then where are you going tonight?" Mu Qiqi raised her eyebrows. "Are you going to your friend's house? The police are still looking for the two scumbags who escaped. They took away all my cards except for the one where I really saved my money. I don't know how stupid they are," Mu Qiqi said disdainfully. "I'll go to that house and sleep for a while. It shouldn't be a problem. Tang Yin is just next door anyway. I won't worry about it." With that, Mu Qiqi opened the door of the black car and sat beside Sheng Xiao. Sheng Xiao's eyes were half closed. When he felt her leaning against him, he said to Su Che, "Let's go." Feng Shanshan watched Mu Qiqi leave and quickly went home before Tang Yin left. She did not want to bump into him. This man really had no EQ at all. He was destined to be single for the rest of his life. Feng and Qing he Xiaoyin, Qing. He has Lin is. Qing. She has Qing had no. Is. S. The more you wish for something to happen to them, the less likely it will happen to them. Sheng Xiao squinted at the little one. Besides, who asked you to worry about one couple after another? Are you a matchmaker or a matchmaker? Is it that obvious that I'm playing matchmaker? Idiot. After cursing, Sheng Xiao closed his eyes. You should write it on your forehead. Thinking about Shen Qing, Mu Qiqi told Sheng Xiao about the complicated relationship. I can't imagine how I would feel if a woman fought with me for you. First of all, that woman has to dare to approach me. Not all women are like you barging into my arms. Sheng Xiao pinched her little ear and said, That's right. You're the only one who dares to approach me. That's why I'm lucky. Mu Qiqi sighed. She hugged Sheng Xiao's arm tightly. Sheng Xiao did not talk to her, but he smiled. The little one was naughty, but she knew her limits. She was close to him. Mu Qiqi would look for him if he did not see her for more than 5 minutes. It was precisely because he could still feel her love so strongly that Sheng Xiao would let her go out and do whatever she wanted. He would spoil his woman no matter what. Late at night, Grandpa Sheng was safe and sound at home. Sheng Bowen thought that Grandpa Sheng was fine, so he decided to face his relationship with Hu Ran. But when he returned to his room, he saw Hu Ran standing behind her. He wanted to say something but stopped. Do you have something to tell me? Hu Ran asked. Sheng Bowen nodded. Then, he took out the signed divorce agreement and put it in front of Hu Ran. I've thought about it for a long time. Everything is fine in the Hu family now. You're not in danger anymore. So I think you can choose the life you want. After all, our relationship is too strange. We might not be able to get into character. So I'll keep the divorce agreement for you. If one day, you think it through and want to leave the Sheng family, just sign it. I won't blame you. Hu Ran's face darkened, because she did not expect that this silly man would really prepare the divorce agreement. I won't sign it. Since I'm married, I don't plan to divorce, Hu Ran said seriously. Xiao Ran. It's late. Go to sleep. Hu Ran was afraid that he would insist, so she turned off the lights in the room and lay on the bed. I'll put it on the dresser. Do you really want to divorce me that badly? Hu Ran was a little discouraged. I've already said that I won't sign it. Don't you understand? I just hope that you'll think it through. Don't think about others anymore. Or do you not like me at all? Do you like another girl and want me to make room for her? If that's the case, I can fulfill your wish. Hu Ran's chest heaved up and down. It was obvious that she was really angry. Sheng Bowen sighed and silently put away the divorce agreement. I only have you by my side. There's never anyone else. Then don't say anything. Hu Ran shouted at him. I think my life is good now. There's no need to change. I'm very willing to be the wife of the CEO of Huangyao. You have to let me live a happy life, right? I've suffered all these years and finally married a good man. Are you going to beat me back to my original state so soon? Do you think I'm a good man? Chapter 573. Late at night, the police station was still interrogating the paparazzi. This time, Tang Yin also entered the interrogation room. No matter how the paparazzi made up a story, he was not moved at all. He just watched the paparazzi perform. When the paparazzi was done, Tang Yin asked, "Are you done?" "Officer, I've told you many times that I didn't kill Xinqing. Is it because you can't find the mysterious man, so you always bully an honest person like me?" Tang Yin did not say anything else. He just said to Tang Yin, "Do you know that your fingerprints are enough for the police to charge you? How much more do you want to act in front of us?" "No, officer. This is the interrogation room, the police station, not your entertainment industry," Tang Yin roared. The people in the interrogation room were stunned. They could not help but tremble. "We don't have time to act with you. Tell us about the love triangle between you, Xinqing and Xialin." Tang Yin printed out the photos of the paparazzi and Xinqing and placed them on the table one by one. "You've led us to investigate that mysterious man again and again. In fact, your father owns a boxing gym. That mysterious man is physically fit and plays baseball very well. But a few days ago, Xialin's right arm was dislocated, so it's impossible for him to cause such serious internal injuries on Xinqing's body. It can only be you. You and Xinqing used to be classmates and have been lovers for so many years. You tried your best to protect her, but you did not expect that she would become the lover of a big shot in the entertainment industry. You held a grudge against her, so you killed her and framed Xialin. You are a paparazzi and Xinqing is a superstar. How can you be worthy of her? Look at how beautiful Xinqing is. But what about you? If it were anyone else, they would not give up Xialin and choose you." "Enough." The paparazzo suddenly clenched his fists and yelled, "I've had enough. I've forgiven her countless times. Every time, she would say that she had broken off all relations with that man. But every time, I would catch her in bed. I've had enough." At the same time, the other police officers also found the weapon he used to hit Xinqing in the paparazzi's rented house. "This case has been dragged on for so long. This scumbag is really patient." Everyone in the police station was relieved to be able to solve the case. When Tang Yin walked out of the police station, it was already 2 in the morning. Love. What kind of thing was it that could make someone so addicted to it that he would do such a terrible thing just because that woman betrayed him? Tang Yin could not understand the paparazzi's anger, and he did not want to understand it at all. Why couldn't people be solitary animals? Why must they get married? But for some reason, he could easily think of Feng Shanshan at this time. With a woman in his head, of course he was annoyed, so he tried to calm himself down. However, no matter how many cold showers he took, his body temperature would not go down. What the hell? At this time, Feng Shanshan was camping in her small courtyard. Looking at Tang Yan's house, the lights were still on. What time was it already? Was this man not going to sleep? The next day, Mu Qiqi heard that the case had been solved. The murderer was the paparazzi, and it was all because of Xinqing's betrayal. Therefore, the love game was also a dangerous game. That old man is going back to the hospital for surgery today, right? Mu Qiqi asked Sheng Xiao during breakfast. When Mama Sheng heard this, she frowned. Which old man? What surgery? Sheng Xiao glanced at Mu Qiqi and explained to Mama Sheng. A friend's father. I thought it was that old man from the Sheng family. I knew it. A scourge lives for 1,000 years. How could something happen to him? Mu Qiqi knew that she had said the wrong thing, so she did not continue the topic. She shrugged at Sheng Xiao. Fortunately, Mama Sheng did not continue to ask. After they got into the car, Mu Qiqi said, I talked to my parents about everything, so I am not prepared. Most of the time, your mind is thinking about corpses. Wrong. Most of the time, I am thinking about you, and a small part of the time, I am thinking about corpses. Mu Qiqi corrected her. Then she said, I have no classes in the afternoon. I will go to the hospital. It is weird to leave that old man alone. Aren't you afraid of quarreling with him? I will definitely not let him. At most, I will just hide a little, Mu Qiqi said. Go to Zhongting with peace of mind. I know that secretary he has a dinner today. I will take care of Grandpa Sheng. Sheng Xiao patted Mu Qiqi's head and could not help but sigh. You have finally grown up. You can be entrusted with important tasks. Bah, this is called going to war on behalf of your husband. I will let Su Che follow you. No need. You need Su Che more. He has another role. He is to help me monitor you and see if you dare to do anything. Sheng Xiao looked at Mu Qiqi as if she was an idiot. Don't forget that Su Che is my man. Men are indeed all big pig trotters. In the afternoon, Grandpa Sheng packed his things as if he was going to stay at a friend's house. But Gu Xiling saw it the whole time. From the moment Grandpa Sheng left the house, she quietly followed behind him and watched as the housekeeper accompanied Grandpa Sheng back to the hospital. When Gu Xiling arrived at the hospital, she did not leave immediately. Instead, she watched Grandpa Sheng change back into his hospital gown and lay on the bed to rest. Was Grandpa Sheng seriously ill and did not want the rest of the Sheng family to know? Gu Xiling guessed. She could understand Grandpa Sheng. But when she took out her phone and was about to call Sheng Kai, she saw that Mu Qiqi had also arrived at the hospital and went straight to Grandpa Sheng's ward. She almost thought that she had seen wrongly, but it was undoubtedly Mu Qiqi. Grandpa Sheng hid it from the Sheng family, but told Sheng Xiao and Mu Qiqi? Thinking of this, Gu Xiling quickly made the call. Kai, I have something to tell you. Grandpa Sheng did not know that Gu Xiling had followed him. But the moment he saw Mu Qiqi, his expression was a little unnatural. Mu Qiqi was the same. The two of them were silent for a while. It was the butler who broke the awkwardness. Miss Mu, please have a seat. I just went to the specialist. He said that the surgery is scheduled for tomorrow morning. I am just here to take a look. I will come with Xiao Xiao later, Mu Qiqi said to the old man. Grandpa Sheng did not say anything. He coughed softly. You should rest. I will leave first. You are not afraid of me. Why are you in a hurry to leave? The old man could not help but ask when he saw her turn around. Chapter 574. How refreshing. You should be the one who wants me dead, but now you are restraining yourself. The person who always said that she wanted him to be healthy was always provoking him when he was sick. Wasn't that the opposite? I don't agree with you. And I know that you still don't agree with me. You think that I am not worthy of Xiao Xiao. I don't care what you think of me. But you are seriously ill now. I have to endure it no matter how much I hate you. It is not too much to give a princess to someone like Sheng Xiao. Grandpa Sheng laughed. So, I have tried my best to give him the best, so that he can show his status, and not be afraid of being laughed at by others. I think my grandson is 1 in a million. You have said so much, but this is the only one I agree with. Mu Qiqi snorted. But I am not bad. Although I am not as powerful as the princess, I am better than most of the young ladies in Jianchuan. Am I not? You are confident. Mu Qiqi rolled her eyes. Of course she had that much confidence. Alright, go back. I have a butler here. I don't need anyone to take care of me for now. This was the first time they talked so calmly, wasn't it? Then rest early, Mu Qiqi said politely, and turned to leave the ward. It was only after Mu Qiqi left that Grandpa Sheng laughed. This girl still has such a personality. She never acts according to common sense. She's really like 8th brother. Isn't she taught by 8th young master himself? The butler laughed too. But this girl who has always been against me is actually more reassuring than Sheng Xiao and his group. Grandpa Sheng sat on the bed and laughed mockingly. Speaking of which, Gu Xiling is the one I chose. But what happened in the end? Gu Xiling saw Mu Qiqi enter the hospital and leave with her own eyes. She did not stop Mu Qiqi, but told Sheng Kai when she got home. Grandpa did not go to a friend's house at all. He went back to the hospital. He must be seriously ill. But he did not tell anyone in the family except Sheng Xiao. Sheng Kai's eyes were full of disappointment when he heard Sheng Xiao's name. Grandpa still thinks of 8th brother. Grandpa is being too biased. It's fine if he's fine, but if something happens to him and no one from the Sheng family is by his side, won't Sheng Xiao have the final say? Gu Xiling was indignant. I wouldn't be this angry if it was you, third brother, or even sixth brother. But this person is Sheng Xiao. Did Grandpa forget how much Sheng Xiao hurt him? Let's go to the hospital to see what's going on tomorrow morning, said Sheng Kai. What about third bro and the others? Should I inform them? To think that third brother would share everything with Sheng Xiao. But what about Sheng Xiao? Eighth brother didn't even tell third brother about Grandpa's illness. Third brother is the only idiot who still calls Sheng Xiao his brother. Then the two of us will go, Gu Xiling said. Even if Grandpa needs treatment or something else, we should be there. An outsider like Sheng Xiao shouldn't interfere with the Sheng family's affairs. Sheng Kai did not say anything. After all, didn't Gu Xiling always want to be Sheng Xiao's wife? Although the two of them had agreed to forget about that matter, it was still hard to bear when she really thought about it. Tomorrow, she would go and see what Grandpa was playing. Could it be that all the descendants of the Sheng family were outsiders, and only Sheng Xiao was his grandson? Night. It was as if it had just begun. Feng Shanshan hired the workers to renovate the abandoned courtyard. After cleaning it, it finally looked like a home. Tang Yan, who lived next door, came back very early today. Feng Shanshan felt very warm when she saw the lights next door. But she secretly used Tang Yan's sense of security. Was it too much? However, perhaps the courtyard had been abandoned for too long. It was not easy for the water to come out, but the pipe in the bathroom broke again. Feng Shanshan looked at the water in the house, and could only carry a repair box to the bathroom. Was it really because I was too bad in the past that I have to be punished by fate for the second half of my life? After living alone for a long time, it was inevitable that she would do some rough work. But if she slipped and fell, was this considered bad luck? Her head had just been smashed. Was she going to fall and hurt her feet now? Feng Shanshan threw away the wrench dejectedly. She could not watch the water overflow, so she could only be thick-skinned and knock on the door next door. Tang Yan ordered takeout for himself and was thinking about Feng Shanshan's cooking. Who knew that she would appear at his doorstep just like that? You! The pipe in my house is broken. I can't fix it. Can you help me? Feng Shanshan looked inside and saw him eating takeout. She suggested, I can give you a meal as a thank you gift. Your house. It's next door, Feng Shanshan said unhappily. This small courtyard is independent, but it's been abandoned for too long. If I wasn't in a hurry to move in, I would definitely renovate the inside and outside before moving in. Wait. After saying that, Tang Yin turned around to get the key and followed Feng Shanshan out. When he entered the door and saw the scene of water overflowing, Tang Yin could not help but sigh. Clean the drain. The water flow is too slow. After saying that, his tall figure squatted at the broken pipe in the bathroom. Feng Shanshan quickly went to deal with the drain. She wanted to save her carpet and other things, but they were all soaked. You're always so amazing, Feng Shanshan said. Shouldn't a person live in a hurry? Tang Yin did not answer. Instead, he stood up and took off his shirt. This made Feng Shanshan swallow her saliva, because Tang Yin was only wearing a military green vest at the moment. His body was strong and smooth. It was obvious that it was the result of long-term exercise. Male hormones, this was how they erupted. The pipe is fine for the time being, but we have to find a professional to repair it tomorrow. Moreover, your house is already so wet. Are you going to continue living here? After Tang Yin was done, he stood up. The six-pack under his pectoral muscles was really too obvious. I'm going to camp in the courtyard. It was like that last night. Tang Yin said, You're good. Was she still a woman? After saying that, Tang Yin picked up his coat. As he walked out, he said to Feng Shanshan, Pack your things and come over. Otherwise, you'll come over to trouble your neighbor again. To be honest, the house was so wet that it needed to be dried for a few days. Moreover, Feng Shanshan really liked the fireplace in Tang Yan's house. As for Tang Yan, for some reason, when he knew that Feng Shanshan lived next door, his heart kept beating faster. Chapter 575. Feng Shanshan did not stand on ceremony. She carried her things and went to Tang Yan's house with ease. Seeing that you are in so much pain eating takeout, let me cook for you. No need. I have finished eating. It was mainly because Tang Yin did not want to be alone with Feng Shanshan anymore. Moreover, didn't Feng Shanshan just hurt her foot? Even if he did not care about women, he did not have the hobby of abusing disabled people. Feng Shanshan shrugged. It was best that Tang Yin did not need anything. So, she went to the fireplace in Tang Yan's house. She lit a fire and warmed herself up. Late at night, the whole of Jianchuan was foggy. Sheng Xiao brought Mu Qiqi to the hospital. Actually, he wanted to cheer for Grandpa Sheng, although he did not say it out loud. The success rate was only 35%. If Grandpa Sheng did not come down from the operating table, tonight would be the last time the grandfather and grandson would see each other. Because of this, Sheng Xiao brought Mu Qiqi to the hospital immediately after he came out from the dinner. In the hospital, Grandpa Sheng had just finished washing up. He was scheduled to have the earliest surgery tomorrow. Eighth young master Miss Mu, the butler shouted. When Grandpa Sheng heard the butler calling him eighth young master, he felt as if a lifetime had passed. When he looked up and saw the person in person, he was shocked. Why did you come at this time? To let you go to the battlefield with peace of mind tomorrow, Sheng Xiao replied. The will should be ready. Eighth brother, if I really leave, can you promise me that you will come back to the Sheng family? Grandpa Sheng said to Sheng Xiao seriously. I can't care about your private affairs. I just think that the Sheng family should not be without one member. You can mention this request to me if you survive tomorrow, Sheng Xiao replied seriously. Grandpa Sheng laughed. You are still the same. Forget it. If I really can't come down, the Sheng family will depend on you. You should just wait and see. I'm telling you clearly, if you can't make it through tomorrow, I won't interfere with the Sheng family's affairs anymore. No matter what second brother does, you know that I will do what I say. Alright, you still have to wake up early tomorrow. You can go back now. Grandpa Sheng understood what Sheng Xiao meant. However, he did not want Sheng Xiao to see him in a pathetic state. He had always been so domineering and imposing. He wanted to maintain his dignity until the end. As a matter of fact, he had endless things to say to Sheng Xiao in his heart, but he could not bring himself to say them when they were on the tip of his tongue. When you're asleep, we'll leave. Grandpa Sheng ignored the two of them. After taking the medicine, he lay down and closed his eyes. Sheng Xiao and Mu Qiqi watched him until he fell asleep before they left the hospital. Actually, this old man also has a side to him that is worthy of admiration. Which old man would want to have his children and grandchildren by his side to take care of him at this time? He is still so tenacious. Stay in a hotel tonight, Sheng Xiao said to her. It's just opposite the hospital. Mu Qiqi nodded. In fact, whether it was in the hotel or in the car, as long as she could stay by this man's side and accompany him through the trials and tribulations of life, it did not matter even if she had to suffer. Mu Qiqi never complained. As for Grandpa Sheng, he only opened his eyes after the two of them had left. The butler stood beside him and comforted him. Master, you have to hold on. Although eighth young master never says what you like to hear, he wants you to live. You should know that very well. Even at this time, he is still threatening me with Huang Yao. He is not comforting me in a way that I don't like. Even so, Grandpa Sheng felt warm in his heart. If he was not sick, he would not have felt eighth brother's special care. The next morning, at 7 o'clock, Grandpa Sheng's bed was pushed into the operating room. Sheng Xiao and Mu Qiqi stood on both sides of the bed and looked at Grandpa Sheng. Old man, if you still want to see your Huang Yao, you better grit your teeth and hold on. Not a single good word. Even so, Grandpa Sheng showed a rare smile. Eighth brother, I'm sorry. After saying this, he reminded the doctor that he was ready for the operation. Family members, wait outside. Don't worry, we will do our best. Seeing that Grandpa Sheng was being pushed away, Mu Qiqi held Sheng Xiao's hand subconsciously. He had always looked calm, but at this moment his palms were sweating. The word surgery soon lit up. When it was 8 o'clock, Sheng Kai and Gu Xiling drove to the hospital and saw Sheng Xiao and Mu Qiqi standing outside the operating room. Sheng Xiao. Sheng Kai was furious. He went forward and grabbed Sheng Xiao's clothes. Where is Grandpa? What did you do to him? Let go. Sheng Xiao uttered those two words coldly. I'm asking you, where is Grandpa? Are you blind? Sheng Xiao broke away from Sheng Kai and tidied his clothes. Sheng Kai looked at the door of the operating room and pointed at Sheng Xiao. You, Sheng Xiao, are just an outsider. What right do you have to stand here and decide everything for Grandpa? You were the one who wanted to leave the Sheng family and Huang Yao. Now that Grandpa is in trouble, you don't even inform Grandpa's family and make the decision yourself? Who are you? Who are you? Do you need me to tell you why the old man is sick? Sheng Xiao was not that much taller than Sheng Kai, but for some reason, it felt like he was looking down on Sheng Kai. Grandpa is just afraid that we will worry. He is afraid that you are thinking about the inheritance. Sheng Xiao exposed him. Even so, who are you, Sheng Xiao? You hid it from the Sheng family and all of us to get Grandpa here for surgery. How would I know what you are planning? What if you want Grandpa to die? Not wanting to continue arguing with Sheng Kai in such a place, Sheng Xiao gave Su Che a sharp look. Su Che got the signal. He walked straight to Sheng Kai and pressed him against the wall to stop him from making a sound. If you don't know how to be quiet, I'll teach you to be quiet. Sheng Xiao, Kai is your brother. No matter what you do, you can't treat him like this. Gu Xiling was the one arguing again. I remember I warned you not to appear in front of me. You are holding Grandpa hostage. I'm going to call the police. Gu Xiling knew that she could not win against Sheng Xiao, so she put another accusation on Sheng Xiao. Mu Qiqi was so angry that she laughed. Now I'm sure that you are born with the ability to convict people. You know why Grandpa needs surgery. Why didn't you tell him? Why are you still pestering us? What's the use? Chapter 576. What else do you know apart from bullying others? Gu Xiling asked Mu Qiqi, clenching her fists. You, Mu Qiqi, have destroyed the entire Gu family. Are you still not satisfied? Still, Kai is Sheng Xiao's brother. Why do you have to be so ruthless? Isn't it enough to play with people's hearts to this extent? Mu Qiqi held her forehead after watching Gu Xiling's emotional performance. It was as if this person had been possessed for a long time. No matter what you did to her, she would always be immersed in a world where others wanted to harm her. A very kind suggestion from me. I think you should go for a brain checkup, because I suspect that you are sick in the head. Mu Qiqi told Gu Xiling, pointing at her own head. Eighth brother. Do you mean that you value the Sheng family again by doing this? Sheng Kai was held down by Su Che, but he was still reluctant. If that's the case, then don't pretend and come back openly. Don't play with people's hearts like this. You know very well how much hope Grandfather has for you. If you have no intention of coming back at all, please correct your position. You are the CEO of Zhongting now, and everyone in Jianchuan knows that you abandoned Grandfather and the Sheng family on his birthday. What do you want us brothers to do to you? Yes, I admit that during this period of time, I was almost blinded by power. However, is there no problem with your actions? If you were far enough from the Sheng family and did not give third brother and Grandfather hope, would the family become like this? Could you leave a last shred of dignity and survival for us mortals? You come and go as you please. You've never experienced how other people feel, have you? Sheng Xiao told Su Che directly at Sheng Kai's words. Let go. Su Che immediately let go at his command, allowing Sheng Kai to regain his freedom. If you want me to leave, I'll leave now. Sheng Xiao took Mu Qiqi's hand and walked to Sheng Kai's side. Then, he warned him sternly, but if anything happens to the old man because of you, I will make you regret being born. With that, Sheng Xiao left the hospital with Mu Qiqi. Xiao, are you not going to wait for the old man to come out? If we stay here, the couple will only put on an endless act. It's not good for the old man's recovery, Sheng Xiao replied. That's true. Mu Qiqi nodded. Even Rong Junhan is not as good at acting as Gu Xiling. She is really comparable to Mu Tongxue. Now that I think about it, the old man is really pitiful. He doesn't even have someone to take care of him. I know that third brother and third sister-in-law can't win against this woman. That's not necessarily true, Sheng Xiao said meaningfully. I hope the old man will be lucky, because of what Sheng Xiao said when he sent him into the operating theater. The old man had been thinking about how many more years he could go through. Therefore, on the operating table, his survival instinct was very strong. The hospital does not need so many people. You should go back first. When Grandpa wakes up, I will tell you. Third brother, aren't you busy at the company? Sheng Kai's meaning was self-evident. He wanted to stay here to take care of Grandpa Sheng. The others could leave. Then, I will have to trouble second brother to be filial to us. Having said that, third brother left with Hu Ran. If they stayed until Grandpa Sheng woke up, he would definitely make a scene again. Third brother, you must take care of the family well. Otherwise, when Grandpa wakes up, he will continue to be tortured and destroyed by these people, especially second brother and his wife. They are so good at stirring up trouble. It will not be good for Grandpa's recovery. Grandpa is very conscious. Otherwise, he would not come to the hospital for the surgery without telling anyone. Chapter 577. The first person Grandpa Sheng saw when he woke up was Sheng Kai and his wife. There was disappointment in his eyes, but at least he got through it. That's right. That kid, eighth brother, would never wait in the hospital quietly. He was that kind of person. He didn't know how to play these emotional tricks. Grandpa, you're finally awake. We were so worried. Gu Xiling quickly went forward and asked about Grandpa Sheng's well-being. Are you thirsty? Do you want some water? Grandpa Sheng shook his head gently. He opened his eyes for a while, felt tired and fell asleep again. Seeing this, Sheng Kai dragged Gu Xiling out of the ward and said to her, now is the best time for us to win back Grandpa's heart. We must take good care of Grandpa and regain his trust. Are you sure Grandpa will listen to you? When a person is sick, the person he trusts and appreciates the most is the person who takes care of him wholeheartedly. Gu Xiling nodded and looked at Sheng Kai. I understand. What about you? I want to make achievements and make up for Huang Yao's mistakes. Because he knew that no one would agree with third brother's way of doing things. So he could easily snatch that position from Sheng Bowen's hands. Then go and do your work. Xiling, you've worked hard. As for the child, when Grandpa recovers, we can try a test tube test. Today, when he saw Sheng Xiao and was warned by him, his pride had been stepped on by Sheng Xiao. If he did not work hard to climb up, he would only be a toy for the rest of his life. Gu Xiling was right. A man's pride had to be earned by himself. He did not want to be so muddle-headed anymore. He swore that he would become more ruthless than anyone else, even more ruthless than Sheng Xiao. Late at night in Jianchuan was shrouded in thick fog. That night, Tang Yin came home very late. Perhaps it was because he came home late. So Feng Shanshan really lit a fire in her little courtyard and set up a tent to camp. Because she had nowhere else to go, Tang Yin rarely walked out of his balcony, but when he saw Feng Shanshan playing with herself, he could not help but throw something in her courtyard. Feng Shanshan saw it and turned to look at Tang Yin on the second floor. You're back. Is camping so interesting? It's my wish to go camping in the wild, but no one will go with me, Feng Shanshan said. Feng Shanshan said, I used to have a rich boyfriend, but he only played games related to money. He didn't care about these games at all. Tang Yin did not listen to her nonsense. He went straight to the living room and took the key. Then he went back to the balcony and threw it to Feng Shanshan. Up. Aren't you afraid that I'll be troublesome? Feng Shanshan tilted her head and asked. I'm afraid that you'll burn down the courtyard and implicate me, Tang Yin said in disdain as he drank the water. After Feng Shanshan turned off the fire and entered the room, he said, Actually, you're just shameless. I used to be a delinquent, Feng Shanshan said disapprovingly. Tang. Xiaoyan, Xiao and Xiao. Xiao. Tang. Did. What of? Tang. Sheng. Tang. Kai. Tang Yin did not say anything. Instead, he went to the study. It was easy for him to understand Feng Shanshan's past. He had heard from the professor that Feng Shanshan had been paid by the Sheng family to monitor Mu Qiqi. She was a bad woman, but she was not completely bad. It made people feel 30% disgusted, 30% distressed, and the remaining 30% disdainful, and 10% unable to bear it. All in all, she made people feel strange. Perhaps it was because she was living too real. The next morning, Tang Yin went out and found Feng Shanshan spraying perfume on herself. I don't like the smell of perfume. I know, but you don't want others to misunderstand our relationship, do you? Feng Shanshan explained. This perfume can effectively cover up the smell of wood in your house. Otherwise, do you think I'd want to wear it? Tang Yin did not say anything. He just took the helmet and went out. What about Feng Shanshan? In fact, she was not as calm as she thought. She would be confused. She was only here to stay. But for some reason last night, she had the crazy thought of looking for Tang Yin to comfort her. Was it really because she was too lonely? After spraying this perfume, the house would be ready tomorrow. She had to go home and maintain a relationship with Tang Yin. Men, was there anything else to believe? Except for the rare breed in Mu Qiqi's house. The next morning, Banyan Courtyard. Sheng Xiao and Mu Qiqi went out together. However, Mu Qiqi planned to go to the hospital to see old Master Sheng first. At least, she wanted to know if he had woken up. However, there were bodyguards following them in the car. In order to prevent that woman from the Gu family from quarreling with me when I get to the hospital, I've prepared bodyguards first. If she speaks, I'll shut her up. Seeing this, Sheng Xiao could not help but laugh. You're quite flexible. I'm not a good person. Mu Qiqi snorted. I'm from an orthodox family. The value of my existence is to make people like Gu Xiling tremble. Sheng Xiao hooked his arm around her neck and kissed her thin lips. Remember to call me when you're out. Don't worry. The reason why the little one was in a hurry to go to the hospital was because she was afraid that Sheng Xiao would continue to worry. In this world, no one understood his heart better than the little one. Soon, the two of them arrived at the entrance of the hospital. Mu Qiqi directly brought the 4 bodyguards to old Master Sheng's ward. When Gu Xiling saw this, she frowned and questioned her. However, before she could speak, the bodyguard behind Mu Qiqi directly stepped forward, covered Gu Xiling's mouth, and brought her out of the ward. She should have done this a long time ago. She should have dealt with that bitch like this. Old Master Sheng had already woken up. He watched helplessly as Mu Qiqi threw Gu Xiling out. I was afraid that arguing with her would anger you, so I threw her out. It's not that I can't argue with her, Mu Qiqi said to old Master Sheng. Mu Qiqi said to Grandpa Sheng. Xiao Xiao and I were just outside the operating room yesterday. But later the Sheng family came, so we left. Now that you're so energetic, Xiao Xiao can rest assured. 8th brother. When you're better, go and see him yourself. I won't pass the message to you. Mu Qiqi sat in front of the bed and said. As for the Sheng family, it doesn't matter if you can stand it or not. Anyway, your health is more important. Was this girl worried that his health would be affected because he was angry? Chapter 578. If that was the case, she had underestimated him too much. Anyway, you know very well who's a human, and who's a ghost among your grandsons. You should be on guard against them. Old Master Sheng thought to himself that if he hadn't just had such a major surgery, this little girl wouldn't have had the chance to teach him how to handle things. But when he thought of the reason behind her, Grandpa Sheng could not hate Mu Qiqi, which granddaughter-in-law did not remind their family to live in harmony and trust them. But she, on the other hand, was on guard against them. Let's go. If he kept listening, he would probably hear Mu Qiqi asking him to chase second brother and his wife out of the Sheng family. Be that as it may, he did not find Mu Qiqi annoying, which was rare. Mu Qiqi still had classes, so she did not stay in the ward for long. But when she walked out of the ward, she saw Gu Xiling's resentful face. She could not help but say to the bodyguard, "Let her go." On the other hand, Gu Xiling wanted to slap Mu Qiqi right after she regained her freedom. But how could she succeed? But her wrist was caught firmly by the bodyguard. Sheng Xiao is just arrogant, but you, Mu Qiqi, you disregard the law and do whatever you want just because you are a man. How long can you be so arrogant? I really find that every time you see me, you can use different adjectives to label me. Is this some kind of superpower? I welcome you to dislike me, but you can't do anything to me. Muqiqi smiled. And all the schemes and plans you have in your heart will not succeed. Gu Xiling, take good care of Grandpa Sheng. Because now, he is the only value you have in the Sheng family. Let's go. After saying this, Muqiqi shouted at the bodyguard. But just as she said, Gu Xiling wanted to do all kinds of evil things to her. But at least for now, Gu Xiling had no chance. Sheng Xiao would not let Gu Xiling get any chance. Gu Xiling hated her very much. She could not wait to engrave all the humiliation Muqiqi brought to her in her heart. Because that was the only way she could remember Muqiqi's hateful face. One day, she would make Muqiqi pay back 10 times, 100 times for what she had suffered today. After visiting the old man, Muqiqi called Sheng Xiao on her way to school. That old man has already woken up, and is full of energy. Don't worry. After listening to the little one's words, Sheng Xiao's gaze fell on the documents on the table. It was an invitation letter specially sent by the relevant department. They were going to attend an important banquet on New Year's Eve. If there are no cases in the branch tonight, go home early. I have something important to tell you. Can't you tell me now? Muqiqi was intrigued. I can't. Slowly curling his lips, Sheng Xiao hung up the phone. What an honor it was to attend the state banquet as an outstanding young entrepreneur. He wondered how excited that stinky thing would be when it found out. Muqiqi's heart itched. That man was too hateful. He told her what he was going to tell her at night so early. However, just as she was puzzled, Muqiqi caught a whiff of Feng Shanshan's perfume when she entered the classroom. Don't you never wear perfume? What? Was it to cover up the scent of wood? Aren't you trying to hide something? Feng Shanshan held her head and looked at Muqiqi. Don't talk to me. Don't forget that the final exam is coming soon. It's time to compete for first and second place again. You're the best in the world. I won't fight for it. Muqiqi shrugged indifferently. You mean you're going to let me? Do I need you to let me? You flatter yourself. Why is it raining again? Muqiqi pretended not to hear what Feng Shanshan said. She looked out of the classroom and sighed. Anyway, she did not like being in first place. What was so bad about having someone in front of her? Muqiqi. Didn't you tell me not to talk to you? Muqiqi flipped through the book casually. I think I'm interested in Tang Yan's body. You mean you want to? I don't know. I just want to sleep with him. But I don't want to take responsibility. Nor do I want to talk about feelings. Muqiqi! Exclamation point. Your ex-boyfriend treats you like this. Are you going to treat others the same way? Muqiqi looked at Feng Shanshan seriously and said, Officer Tang has never experienced feelings. If you don't really like him, don't mess with him. Otherwise, what's the difference between this and playing with others? I'll look down on you from the bottom of my heart. I look down on myself too. Feng Shanshan took a deep breath. It was just that Tang Yan's figure and temperament were really tempting. Seeing that Feng Shanshan was also so troubled, Muqiqi could not help but laugh. You want to sleep with him, but you don't want to take responsibility. What kind of expression do you think Officer Tang will have when he finds out about this? Maybe he'll be very happy. Muqiqi looked at Feng Shanshan's expression and suddenly thought of something. Is it because of that you don't dare to be serious with Officer Tang? Feng Shanshan knew what Muqiqi was referring to. Her eyes dimmed. He can meet a pure and clean girl. It shouldn't be like me. As expected, you're not Tang Yan. How do you know that he can't accept it? I don't deserve him. Feng Shanshan knew this very well. A policeman of the people should have a good girl by his side to accompany and take care of him. Not someone like her who had played with feelings and made mistakes. Muqiqi opened her mouth. There were still a lot of things she wanted to say, because she wanted to talk about Qianqian. But she realized that Feng Shanshan and Lu Qianqian were very different. Qianqian had never hurt others, nor did she play with others' feelings. She had never spied on anyone for money, but Feng Shanshan had it all. She probably felt even more inferior than Qianqian. I think it's not up to you to decide. It depends on Officer Tang's feelings. Don't jump to conclusions if you haven't asked him. This time, it was Feng Shanshan's turn to stop talking. In the afternoon after class, when the two of them walked out of the classroom, the professor called from the forensics laboratory. There's a dismembered body case in the suburbs. Are you free? Mu Qiqi thought of what Sheng Xiao told her at night. He asked her to go home early. So she told Feng Shanshan, I'll ask Xiao Xiao. After Feng Shanshan heard it, she answered the professor first. I'll come over right away. Then Mu Qiqi took out her phone and called Sheng Xiao. Xiao Xiao, is the thing you mentioned this morning urgent? Why? Did the professor summon you? Yes. He said that there's a dismembered body case in the suburbs. Call me after tonight. I'll come and pick you up, Sheng Xiao replied. This little one must be itching to see the scene. Chapter 579. I know. If I'm cold, I'll take off my uniform and put it on. Mu Qiqi hung up the phone in a hurry. She once said that Sheng Xiao came first in everything. However, since Sheng Xiao could keep her in suspense until the afternoon, it meant that this matter was important but not urgent. Moreover, Sheng Xiao knew her the best in this world. If he really needed her to do something, he would definitely tell her. Soon they arrived at the police station. At this time, the seniors of the criminal investigation team were also getting ready to go. When the professor saw Mu Qiqi and Feng Shanshan, he said, Tang Yin drove here today. You two take his car. After listening to the professor's arrangement, Mu Qiqi glanced at Feng Shanshan. She was relieved when she saw that there was nothing wrong with her expression, because Feng Shanshan was not someone who could not distinguish between work and work. The group moved quickly. However, the weather was too bad. Even if Tang Yin drove, he could not speed up. It always rains this winter. The senior from the forensics team was a little helpless. I'm going to rot soon. Speaking of rotting, Feng Shanshan's house should be rotting too. Tang Yin looked at Feng Shanshan through the rearview mirror. But he saw that Feng Shanshan seemed to be absent-minded. Rain is really the enemy of the police. Once it rains, the evidence will be washed away, Mu Qiqi said. Half an hour later, they finally arrived at the forest in the suburbs. It was not a crime scene, but the place where the body parts were found. Before we find the other body parts, the forensics team might have to work hard tonight. There are many wild animals on this mountain. Some of us can't differentiate between human and animal organs. It's a bit heavy. Please bear with us. Let's do it this way. The professor, Gao, and Qin will be in another group. The two interns will be in another group. Tang Yin, you are in charge of protecting them. The captain was assigning tasks. This way, we can find the other parts of the body as soon as possible. Okay. Everyone was wearing raincoats and holding umbrellas. The forensics team members were even wearing gloves. Several groups of people set off in different directions. The road up the mountain is very steep and slippery. It's raining now, so the road conditions will be even more difficult. Both of you, just do what you can. If you can't go up, don't force yourself and burden the team. I can identify the corpses, Tang Yin said to the two of them before going up the mountain. After all, they were two delicate girls. This kind of harsh environment was not a place they should be in. Wherever the criminal appears, that's where we should go. How can we be picky? We will try our best not to drag you down. Mu Qiqi promised Tang Yin seriously. Moreover, it seemed that it was really necessary for Xiao Xiao to train her physical fitness. Tang Yin looked at them for a long time and finally said, Okay. The group of 6 quickly set off in the most dangerous direction. The police opened the way in front, while Tang Yin protected them from behind. Feng Shanshan and Mu Qiqi looked very carefully along the way, afraid that they would miss any important information. After searching for 40 minutes, Feng Shanshan grabbed the tree trunk and took a deep breath. Of course, Mu Qiqi was not much better. In fact, the two of them had exceeded Tang Yan's expectations. We found something. The police in front shouted in the rainy night. When Feng Shanshan and Mu Qiqi heard that, they immediately walked over and saw the body parts that had been washed clean on the ground. They quickly said, It's human. There's no mistake. Another cruel scumbag. The two of them squatted on the ground to take photos for evidence, while the other police officers continued forward. However, perhaps because they did not see the road clearly, one of the men slipped and fell to the edge of the cliff. At that moment, Tang Yin pulled him up with one hand. Be careful. The two girls are fine. You're a man, how can you be so embarrassing? The rain is too heavy. I can't see clearly. The man patted his chest with lingering fear. Thank you, Xiao Tang. I didn't expect you to be so good at martial arts. Tang Yin was probably the only one in the whole team who could carry a person as easily as carrying a bag with his bare hands. Feng Shanshan turned her head and saw the scene. Her eyes were filled with mixed emotions. She was a little stunned, a little obsessed, and also a little disappointed. I don't think there's a need to continue forward. There's no road anymore. It's all cliffs. Then let's go down. The two girls probably can't take it anymore, Tang Yin said. Let's go back first and see if the other teams have found anything. Feng Shanshan and Mu Qiqi felt cold all over. After all, the rain and cold wind had poured into their bodies. They did not know how long this bad weather would last. The other teams did not find anything, because Mu Qiqi's team had found them. No, the rain is too heavy. It'll be more dangerous if we go up. Let's go back first tonight. We'll take these body parts back and put them together to see what's missing, the professor said to the police team. Tang Yin, send the two assistants out. The captain of the criminal investigation team ordered. No need. My family is on the way. Officer Tang, please send Shanshan home. Tang Yin glanced at Feng Shanshan and nodded at the captain and Mu Qiqi. I'll send her home first and then come back. No need. We can't do anything tonight in this weather. We'll talk about it tomorrow. The captain patted Tang Yan's shoulder and told everyone to go back. Tang Yan did not refute, because he saw Feng Shanshan's cheeks were red from the cold. Are we going? Feng Shanshan did not hesitate and followed behind Tang Yan. They got into the car together, but Feng Shanshan sat in the back. Go back and take a hot shower. Otherwise, you won't be able to go to class tomorrow. I'm not that weak. I'm talking about your feet, Tang Yin said, although he seemed to have noticed that Feng Shanshan was deliberately being cold to him. 10 minutes later, Sheng Zhao's car stopped in the woods in the suburbs. Mu Qiqi quickly got into the car and snuggled into Sheng Zhao's arms. It's so cold, Xiao Xiao. Didn't you say that you would strip the police's clothes? If I do that, what if someone else freezes to death because of me? Mu Qiqi said coquettishly. I was sweating all over when I went up the mountain just now. It's just that the cold wind blew while I was waiting for you. Sheng Zhao looked at her teasingly, but still took out a clean towel to dry her hair. Go back and take a good shower. It's best if you do another sweaty exercise. Mu Qiqi winked at him suggestively. But don't you have something important to tell me? You can tell me now. Chapter 580. On the other hand, when the off-road vehicle drove near her house, Feng Shanshan asked Tang Yin to drop her at the door because she wanted to go home. Your house shouldn't be much better than outside, Tang Yin said. I've already asked the workers to deal with it, Feng Shanshan replied. She perked up and was about to push the door open and get out of the car. Are you avoiding me on purpose? Tang Yin did not unlock the door for her. Instead, he asked Feng Shanshan through the rearview mirror. You weren't like this a few days ago. Feng Shanshan did not expect Tang Yin to notice it. With his EQ, he could actually notice it. She really could not underestimate him. Perhaps Tang Yin had guessed what Feng Shanshan was thinking. So he said to Feng Shanshan, although I don't want to fall in love and have deep contact with women, it doesn't mean that I don't understand other people's attitude towards me. What's wrong? If I tell you, I think you won't want to see me anymore. Feng Shanshan gave Tang Yin a heads up first. Tell me, do you need a roommate? You've already asked about this, Tang Yin replied. I've also said that I'm not used to living with others. I mean the kind that shares a bed and has something to do. Feng Shanshan leaned against the back seat and narrowed her eyes. Her posture was a little seductive and charming. You should know that I'm not a good woman. What was strange was that Tang Yan's reaction was not too extreme. You want to live with me? You can say that, Feng Shanshan replied. You probably think I'm crazy, right? I think so too. I can't help but think so. Tang Yin turned around and looked at Feng Shanshan. His gaze made Feng Shanshan's heart beat faster and almost jumped out of her throat. However, he did not give Feng Shanshan an answer. Instead, he threw the key to her. Go open the door first. I'll go park the car. So what was going on? However, Feng Shanshan did not think about it. She jumped out of Tang Yan's off-road vehicle and rushed to the door of his house. However, her hands were too excited, and the key could not be inserted. Tang Yan parked the car and went out. Seeing that Feng Shanshan was still opening the door, he could not help but snatch the key from her hand and open it slowly. At this moment, Feng Shanshan felt that she had fallen. Then, the two of them entered the room one after the other. But before Feng Shanshan could react, she was already pressed against the wall by Tang Yan and kissed wildly. In the darkness, she only heard Tang Yan say, "Since you're the one who suggested it, don't regret it." Feng Shanshan did not have time to regret, because the feeling Tang Yan gave her was very strong. Whether it was kissing or caressing, they were obviously two impossible people. But at this moment, they quickly walked to the bedroom and fell onto the bed. By the time Feng Shanshan reacted, her legs were already held by someone, and Tang Yan went to the drawer to take out a contraceptive. Feng Shanshan's eyes widened, but she did not have time to speak. Everything happened too quickly and directly. You can tell how strong a man is, and how strong his body is. Feng Shanshan had come for his body in the first place, so she naturally knew that she had made the right choice. In the dark, Tang Yan picked Feng Shanshan up and put her in the bathroom. "Take a shower. What about you?" "There's a bathroom downstairs," Tang Yan said. This man was definitely not a newbie, and he was not an idiot when it came to relationships. A man who could accurately judge a woman's emotions and pretend to be stupid in his heart was definitely very dangerous. His kissing posture was very skilled, and there were contraceptives at home. No one would believe that this man had no experience. Who had misjudged this man's information? Feng Shanshan lay in the bathtub and rolled her eyes. But she had to admit that Tang Yan had subdued her body and heart. After the shower, Feng Shanshan warmed up and simply tidied up Tang Yan's big bed. But he bumped into her. "I didn't want to sleep. I just feel sorry for messing it up." Tang Yan was wearing a black nightgown and looked at Feng Shanshan. "If you want it, you can come to me directly. Or if you don't want to continue, and just want a one-night stand, it's fine. I can pretend that nothing happened. I just don't want feelings. It's very troublesome," Feng Shanshan answered directly. "Then we'll be bed partners. Or you can want me to be your boyfriend. Our way of getting along will be the same as before. We won't talk about feelings." "That's not necessary. It'll be the same as before." Feng Shanshan chose. "Okay, but I only have one condition. While maintaining this relationship with me, don't look for other men. If you like other men, tell me in advance and end everything." After saying that, Tang Yan turned around. "I'm going to sleep in the study. I thought that you've never been in a relationship before, and you don't know what feelings are. You won't sleep with women casually." "Who told you that? Or who told you to define it for me?" Tang Yan raised his eyebrows. "Okay, I know that you're very capable in that aspect and very skilled. I haven't fooled around. A relationship is a relationship. It's just that I haven't been in a relationship in recent years. But I also have needs." After explaining, Tang Yan turned around and left the bedroom for the study. Feng Shanshan laughed, and then went to the living room. She still liked Tang Yan's fireplace the most. This man was very black-bellied. He was not like that in front of others. Behind the scenes, he must have some wonderful love stories and private life. This kind of person was the most dangerous, but at the same time, he would make you dig deeper. Wasn't that how women were? Even if they knew that the person in front of them was an onion, they would still not give up and peel it to see if he had a heart. But at the same time, Feng Shanshan would feel guilty, because in the eyes of people like Mu Chichi, this was treason and a sign of not having self-respect. She was maintaining a dangerous relationship with Tang Yan. In the study, Tang Yan sat in front of the desk and wrote his diary. This was his habit. It was the first time in 2 years that he touched a girl's body. He was crazy, but at the same time he was serious. Although he knew that Feng Shanshan was not a simple woman, and the more he grabbed her, the more she would run away, he was very sure that he would only have such a strong impulse and desire for someone who had fallen in love with him. But now there was a problem. That woman outside, it was obvious she did not like to talk about feelings. Then he could only play hard to get. Women were like this. The more you chased, the more she ran away. The more you pretended not to care about her, the more she would chase after you. Chapter 581. At the same time, in the banyan courtyard, in the master bedroom upstairs, Wuxia had just experienced an intense workout. Of course, she also knew what Sheng Xiao wanted to tell her. An outstanding young entrepreneur. Wuxia felt very excited just thinking about it. I'm going to give you an award, right? Do I have to go too? It's just a banquet. Besides, you're my wife. If you don't go, who's going with me? Sheng Xiao stroked Wuxia's hair and tucked her hair behind her ear. Then, what do I need to prepare for that kind of scene? Etiquette? Or something else? Or do I need to dance? Nothing. That night, you just need to stay by my side and be yourself. Wuxia thought about it and felt very proud. Because in just a short year, Sheng Xiao could do what others could not do in decades. Okay, when the time comes, I'll be very obedient because I only want to see your most handsome side. Sheng Xiao hugged her and pulled the blanket for her. I've said what I need to say and done what I need to do. Go to sleep. Wuxia was satisfied. She lay in Sheng Xiao's arms and soon fell asleep sweetly. Sometimes, living too comfortably would make her feel frightened, because she was afraid that God would take away her happiness at some point. Therefore, even with Sheng Xiao by her side, Wuxia still cherished every day with him. She did not want her life with Sheng Xiao to have any regrets. After the little one fell asleep, Sheng Xiao got up quietly and went to the bathroom to get the first aid box. Then, he put on his nightgown and sat on the edge of the bed. He looked at the little one's red and swollen feet and gently applied medicine to her feet. Her little feet were blistered just like that. She did not know how long she had been walking on the mountain. The next day, Feng Shanshan woke up at Tang Yan's house. She thought that it would be very awkward to see Tang Yan, but she did not expect that Tang Yan had already left home in the middle of the night and went to the police station. Feng Shanshan heaved a sigh of relief and went to Tang Yan's room to clean the trash, because there was evidence of their crime last night. She did not expect that Tang Yan had already cleaned it last night. Alright, everything was because she worried too much. After breakfast, Feng Shanshan went to school. She did not know why, but she felt guilty when she saw Wuxia. Wuxia had warned her yesterday that if she was not sincere to Officer Tang, she should not provoke him. In the end, the two of them had sex last night. However, Tang Yan was not an idiot in love like Wuxia thought he was. He was so secretive. Who knew how messy his private life was in the past? Wuxia looked at Feng Shanshan and felt that there was something wrong with her today. What happened when you went back with Officer Tang last night? It's not like you don't know him. With his personality, what could possibly happen to him? Feng Shanshan replied. I'm afraid that you won't take responsibility if you bully her. You're thinking too much. Feng Shanshan pushed Wuxia's head away. Focus on your book. Don't you need to take a test? Wuxia shook her head and did not continue asking. In her opinion, Tang Yan was the kind of man who came from a good family. No, it should be said that in everyone's eyes, Tang Yan was the kind of man who did not lust after women. Only Feng Shanshan knew that this man was dangerous to the core. In the afternoon after class, the two of them went straight to the police station. They wanted to know if all the bodies of the dismembered body case had been found. The professor asked them to go to the autopsy table to take a look. After the rain stopped, the police went up the hill to clean up again. Tang Yan brought a big bag of body parts back to the police station and was putting them together. This is not the only victim. Wuxia and Feng Shanshan looked at the body and said to Tang Yan, a man and a woman, and they like tattoos very much. Alright, the bodies have been found. The rest is up to you, the forensic doctor. After that, Tang Yan stepped back and let Wuxia and Feng Shanshan go forward. Feng Shanshan saw the man stepping back and brushing past her. Her heart suddenly stopped for a second. When she thought of the man's ferocity last night, she could not help but blush. Both of you will do the autopsy today. I'll watch from the side, the professor said to Wuxia and Feng Shanshan. Tang Yan, What's wrong with your hand? Hearing the professor's question, Feng Shanshan pricked up her ears. It's nothing. I was looking for the body in the morning and rolled down the cliff. Otherwise, I wouldn't have found these body parts. Your physique is indeed not bad, but you can't be so reckless. If something really happens to you, how am I going to explain it to your father in the future? In the end, you still need a woman to control you. If there's nothing else, I'll go out first. Tang Yin was still cold. He did not take the professor's words to heart. When he went out, Feng Shanshan took a look at his arm. It was full of scratches and bruises. It was not an exaggeration to say that it was a bloody mess. In fact, Tang Yin had to admit that he did not clean the wounds on purpose, because he knew that Feng Shanshan would be in the forensics lab. Feng Shanshan seemed to understand Tang Yan's intention. So during the autopsy, she turned to Mu Qiqi and asked, "Are you good at judging people? I heard that you've always been good at judging people. In life, how can I really judge someone accurately? It's just my instinct that I don't like them." Then, do you really think that Tang Yin is an idiot when it comes to relationships? It's not that I think so. From the first time I met him, you've been telling me how low his EQ is, and how he doesn't care about you. Mu Qiqi smiled. That's your intuition, not mine. Feng Shanshan did not say anything. She suddenly had a feeling that she was the purest person in the world. Stop talking nonsense. Let's get down to business. After saying that, Mu Qiqi put the two bodies together. But after they were done, the two of them looked at each other and called for the professor. The professor was shocked when he saw the tattoos on the bodies. At first, we thought that these two victims just liked tattoos. But after we put the bodies together, we realized that the tattoos on their bodies are unusual, Mu Qiqi explained. This kind of thing seems to be psychic. I've seen it in a movie before. I hate solving cases related to metaphysics the most. The professor sighed as he put on his gloves. Although I don't believe in gods, I'm still in awe of them. I always feel that touching these things makes me uncomfortable. Professor, it's not these things that make you uncomfortable. It's the story behind them that makes you uncomfortable. Chapter 582. Let's study it together. Let's see what these patterns mean. The professor picked up a magnifying glass, intending to study those spine-chilling things in detail. Mu Qiqi, too, went to look up the name of the horror movie, and found the patterns in it, showing it to the professor. This pattern is tattooed on the body after death. Its meaning is to destroy the soul of the deceased, and prevent them from reincarnating. It's like a taboo spell, but the murderer didn't just put a curse on them. He even dismembered them. It's clear that the murderer hates the man and woman very much. The murderer must know such sorcery. Well, it's almost the weekend. If you have the time, go with the police to the spot where the bodies were dumped. You might find something there. Mu Qiqi and Feng Shanshan shared a look and nodded. Although there had been cases like this before, it had been deliberately done by someone. But now, two corpses were placed before them. To tell the truth, even if they believed in science, they still felt chills running down their spines when they came into contact with such things. In the hospital at night, Grandpa Sheng's ward was filled with the Sheng family. The Sheng family naturally had to show their concern for Grandpa Sheng, since he had suffered such a great calamity. Of course, some of them could not help accusing Sheng Xiao. What's wrong with eighth brother? He didn't even inform us when something so serious happened to you. He just did it all by himself. Those who don't know him would think that he's plotting something against you and the Sheng family. Who knows what eighth brother is thinking? He's up to no good. I allowed eighth brother to do this, the old man said, leaning on his sickbed. If you want me to die early, do your best to sow discord in front of me. Let me see what you're up to. As soon as the old master finished speaking, the whole family fell silent. Of course, the Sheng brothers could tell that Sheng Xiao was returning to the Sheng family. I know what you're thinking, the old man sneered. But don't worry, eighth brother isn't coming back. I know what you're thinking, Grandpa Sheng sneered and continued. But eighth brother has no intention of coming back. You can rest assured. That's not what we meant. After all, eighth brother was the one who wanted to leave the Sheng family. Back then, he was so disdainful and even did not hesitate to hurt you and Huang Yao. It was not easy for everyone to calm down. Of course, I don't want our lives to be disrupted again. Grandpa, you should rest more. You don't have to waste your energy explaining this to everyone. After all, it was Eighth Brother's expert who helped you get through this. We should all thank him, said Sheng Kai. Uncles, don't you think so? No one said a word because they did not know what Sheng Kai was up to. Since all of you are here today, I'll verify this matter as soon as possible. I've already made my will in triplicate, and each one is being kept by someone else. I've never thought of changing it, so no matter what kind of thoughts you have here today, it's useless. Now that Huang Yao is under Third Brother's leadership, I am very relieved. I also hope that you can do your best to help Third Brother. Don't think about other things that you shouldn't think about. Even if I'm really gone one day, don't think about causing any trouble. I've already arranged everything. After hearing what Grandpa Sheng said, everyone became even more silent. They could not help but look at each other. Who didn't know that Grandpa Sheng was most biased towards Sheng Xiao? Since he had already made his will, it must be biased towards Eighth Brother. Grandpa, we're just worried about your health. If you're really worried about my health, don't come here with so many people making a ruckus. I can't rest, said Grandpa Sheng. Don't come here in the future. Since Dad said so, let's go back first. We can rest assured with Second Brother and Xiling taking care of him. No one knew which uncles made the suggestion, but everyone tactfully left Grandpa Sheng's ward. At the same time, Sheng Kai's expression was very ugly, because he did not expect Grandpa Sheng to make his will so early, and in triplicate. Of course, this was not good for him, because Third Brother was the most popular person in front of him, and Eighth Brother was the apple of his eye. The other brothers were nothing in the old man's eyes. He had to know in advance what the contents of Grandpa Sheng's will were. But who else knew about it other than Grandpa Sheng? Sheng Kai racked his brain for a long time. Finally, he locked on to one person, the butler. It was very cold outside at night. Feng Shanshan did not go home with Tang Yen, because she was in the forensics laboratory, while Tang Yen was out in the field looking for clues. So when she went home, she bought some medicine for scratches on the way. Tang Yen returned home almost at midnight. Seeing that Feng Shanshan was already asleep, he did not disturb her. But the medicine on the table was so eye-catching that he showed a very different expression. The trick of injuring oneself to gain confidence was indeed useful. Then he quickly took a shower. At this time, Feng Shanshan was also woken up by the movement in the living room. She sat up and saw Tang Yin coming out of the bathroom in the living room. She said, "There's a bathroom in your room. Why did you come out to use it?" "The shower head above is broken," Tang Yin replied. "Go to sleep. I'll try to be quiet." "Your hand?" "It's fine. It's just some external injuries." Tang Yin looked at the broken skin on his arm and said, "I'm used to it." Feng Shanshan got up and picked up the medicine from the table. She walked in front of Tang Yin. "Are you really heartless? Or are you deliberately trying to gain sympathy in front of me? I used to do this often. Besides, men are not so delicate." "Of course not." Feng Shanshan cursed in her heart. "Tang Yin, can I ask you a question?" "Go ahead. Can you tell me the truth? How many girlfriends have you had in the past?" This was obviously a freebie question, but Tang Yin knew that he could not answer this kind of question according to Feng Shanshan's wishes. He would disappoint her. "If you're included, there might be 8. "I don't count," Feng Shanshan immediately said. "She was at most a bedmate." "Then why are you still pretending to be a good man? You made Mu Chichi think that I bullied you. I never said that I never had a girlfriend. Men like you, when you're tired of playing, pretend to be good men to deceive women's bodies and minds. If I hadn't seen through you, would you have found a pure girl married and had children?" After hearing Feng Shanshan's words, it was as if he was some kind of pervert. So he took the opportunity to hug Feng Shanshan's waist. "Tired of playing? If I'm tired of playing, will I still have you?" Chapter 583. You like my body very much, don't you? Feng Shanshan could not refute that. "I really underestimated you. You are worse than I thought," Feng Shanshan said, resigned to her fate. Tang Yin carried her horizontally and put her on the bed. I'm very happy that I have changed your impression of me. So can I enjoy my bed partner now? Feng Shanshan felt that she must have been possessed. That was why she allowed Tang Yin to do whatever he wanted. In the past, she felt that she had flirted with a man from a good family. Now, she felt that she had offended a big boss of the dark side. That kind of feeling was really beyond her imagination. Who would have thought that the seemingly righteous Officer Tang would be so bold and unrestrained? When you provoked me, you should have been fully prepared. A single man who has lived for so many years must have a woman by his side. Unless he is impotent. Feng Shanshan raised her eyebrows. But then she completely lost her temper. That night, she slept on Tang Yan's bed. Because Tang Yin deliberately made her legs weak. She could not even stand up, let alone go to the sofa in the living room. Then he got up from the bed and went to the study. If he wanted to completely win Feng Shanshan's heart, he could not sleep with her. He had to continue to hang on to her, ignore her, and be cold to her. Just as Feng Shanshan said, he was harmless in front of others. But behind her back, only Feng Shanshan knew how dark a man he was. The next day Mu Qiqi woke up very early. Because the professor had asked her and Feng Shanshan to follow the police team to the mountains to look for clues and evidence. Sheng Xiao saw that she was in a hurry, so he stopped her. Don't forget what you promised me. Don't forget what you should do tomorrow. Don't worry, I remember. Mu Qiqi patted her chest and promised. I will go home early in the afternoon, and then go to Zhongting to accompany you to work. No need, Sheng Xiao said teasingly. Are you pretending to be obedient? You don't have to pretend for me. I'm not pretending. I really want to stay by your side, okay? President Sheng, Mu Qiqi said impatiently. How can you think of me like that? Idiot. Sheng Xiao scolded her affectionately. Then he let go of Mu Qiqi. Do you believe that I won't cut your feet off? When Mu Qiqi woke up yesterday morning, she saw a band-aid on her heel. Other than her own man, no one else cared for her so much. I'm wearing comfortable shoes today. It's not going to get hurt again. Sheng Xiao did not say anything and just waved his hand. Mu Qiqi smiled and leaned forward. She wrapped her arms around his neck and kissed him on the cheek. Wait for me in the afternoon. Sheng did not move and just looked at the newspaper in his hand. Mu Qiqi stopped teasing him. She walked out of her house and went to the police station as fast as she could. However, it was already so late. The police were all ready, but Feng Shanshan was nowhere to be seen. Mu Qiqi looked around and saw that Tang Yin was already in the group. The two of them lived so close to each other. Did they have to avoid each other so much? Teet teet teet. The tifeng teet teet. Overslept? I didn't set the alarm, Feng Shanshan replied. Did the others leave? Of course. I'm the only one who will wait for you. Mu Qiqi got into the police car. In fact, Tang Yan's car was right in front of them. Feng Shanshan also saw the person driving the car. However, the two of them were already so intimate, but they had to pretend that they were not familiar with each other during the day, because she really did not want to provoke any more feelings. Looking at Tang Yan, it seemed that he only enjoyed physical contact and did not want a girlfriend. Soon they arrived at the forest at the foot of the mountain. Mu Qiqi noticed something. So we climbed so high that night. This is the highest mountain in Jianchuan. It's 2,800 meters high. That night, we might have climbed less than a quarter of it. The senior in the team explained to Mu Qiqi. It's said that there are still people living on the mountain. So, our main task today is to check on those people. Tang Yin was leading the team. Of course, there were no other girls in the team. So the task of protecting Feng Shanshan and Sheng Xiao fell on his shoulders. There are 12 families on the mountain. 6 of them are on the mountainside, and the other 6 are at the top. Why are there so many people living on the mountain? This was not a scenic area, and the terrain was steep. Why did the people not go down the mountain to live? That's because there's a temple on the mountain. This temple is also the place we are going to check today. When we go up the mountain, try to climb the steps diagonally. When you go down the steps, you must do so. Otherwise, your knees will be seriously injured. Tang Yin reminded Mu Qiqi and Sheng Xiao before they went up the mountain. Feng Shanshan's knees might not be the only thing that hurt. Her legs were still weak because of last night. She could not even use her strength when she walked normally, let alone climbing the mountain. What's wrong? Mu Qiqi asked when she saw Feng Shanshan lying on the tree. Are you not feeling well? You look so pale. Are you sure you want to go up? I didn't sleep well last night. But don't worry. I can still hold on. I'm just asking you to follow them to find clues. I'm not asking you to risk your life. You don't have to be like this. If you're really not feeling well, stay at the foot of the mountain, Tang Yin said coldly to Feng Shanshan. Don't drag down the progress of the entire team because of you. Feng Shanshan thought to herself. Although it was the truth, this damn man did not have to say it so directly, did he? When he was with her, he could say all kinds of provocative words. He changed into a different person during the day. We can't let her stay here alone, can we? Mu Qiqi said. You guys go first. I'll send her to the car. Tang Yin answered Mu Qiqi. Mu Qiqi nodded. She was relieved. Although Tang Yin did look very businesslike, the group set off first. Therefore the group set off first. Feng Shanshan was grabbed by Tang Yin. You don't look well. Let's go home and rest. I don't need you to worry about me, Feng Shanshan said impatiently. I can take care of myself. If you faint later, we'll have to waste manpower to carry you. You stay here. If the murderer is still on the mountain, and you're unlucky enough to meet him, what will you do? Feng Shanshan glared at Tang Yin, and did not say anything. Who's to blame? Be obedient. I'll send you out first. Hearing Tang Yan's soft words, Feng Shanshan's face was no longer as sour as before. She obediently climbed onto Tang Yan's off-road vehicle. If you send me up and come back, will you still be able to catch up to them? Chapter 584. Feng Shanshan had seen how good his stamina was, so she did not ask further. It's in my pocket. Get the key yourself, Tang Yin said to Feng Shanshan as he drove. Feng Shanshan glanced at his lower body. Although she blushed, she did not hesitate and put her hand into his pocket. The medicine box is in the drawer in the bedroom. Get the medicine yourself. Got it. When she finished speaking, Tang Yin stopped the car by the roadside. They had reached a safe place. Feng Shanshan pushed the door open and got out of the car. Her face was extremely pale, without a trace of blood. Tang Yin did not leave immediately. He watched Feng Shanshan get into the car before he turned around. Mu Qiqi saw that Tang Yin quickly caught up with them. She asked, Shanshan went back? Yes, Tang Yin answered. I'll go and see her when I come down later. She doesn't have any friends or relatives around her. She's so pitiful, Mu Qiqi said deliberately. Tang Yin did not say anything. He walked in front of everyone. Mu Qiqi looked at the man's back. She wanted to know if he did not care about Feng Shanshan at all. In fact, Tang Yin was really a smart person. He knew very well that Mu Qiqi was just saying it. She would not really go to Feng Shanshan's house. If she wanted to ask, she could just call her. Why did she have to do it herself? They walked up the mountain, and first visited the 6 families on the mountainside. These 6 families were very obedient. Almost all the old people were at home. How could the young people stay there? However, what was strange was that there was a statue that looked like a Buddha statue at the bottom right corner of the door of each family. It was obvious that they were very obsessed with the Buddha. After another hour of walking, they finally reached the top of the mountain. The temple is at the top of the mountain. A police officer pointed at the top of the bluestone steps and told Tang Yin and the others, "You go and visit the other 6 families. We'll go to the temple to have a look," the captain ordered. Tang Yin and Mu Qiqi followed behind the captain. However, the closer they got to the temple, the more Mu Qiqi felt creeped out. It was because the murals on the walls of the temple were the tattoos on the bodies of the 2 deceased. She walked further into the temple. There were a few Buddha statues inside. They did not seem different, but Mu Qiqi found it strange. Very strange. Qiqi, what did you find? The function of these murals here is not to bless, but to curse. I believe that the deaths of the 2 victims must have something to do with these murals. Is there any abbot or administrator in this temple? They've already gone to ask. The captain replied, "You guys keep looking around. It wasn't easy for you to get here, so try not to miss any clues. This place is weird. There's a weird smell. Do you smell it? Mu Chichi subconsciously looked for the source of the smell. Everyone nodded in agreement. They followed Mu Chichi to look for the source of the strange smell. In the end, they found a cellar by the side of a road. The cellars here are usually used to store food. It's possible that this is the smell of rotting food. No. Mu Chichi shook her head. The food is rotten. It's impossible to smell blood. Everyone became alert when they heard that. Two of the police officers opened the wooden door of the cellar and walked in carefully. Then they ran out with the stench. It might be the scene of dismemberment. There are broken bones and some body parts. Now the police were all busy. They had to collect evidence, take fingerprints, take photos, and conduct interviews on this mountain. There are so many broken bones at the scene. And judging from the wounds on the bodies, it should be something like a saw. Mu Chichi said to the criminal investigation team. You guys can look around and see if you can find the murder weapon. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, in the CEO's office of Zhongting. Sheng Xiao raised his hand to look at his watch from time to time. He thought that the little one was just joking. When the secretary saw him looking at his watch, he guessed that his CEO must have an appointment with his wife. Otherwise, the CEO would not look at his watch more than 3 times in such a short time. But poor CEO, he might be stood up today. After thinking for a while, the secretary knocked on Sheng Xiao's door. CEO, this is a gift from the great designer. Give it to me, Sheng Xiao said without looking up. This should be their wedding ring. But if the little one did not come, she could forget about the wedding ring. This was something he had personally watched the designer design. This was the only time in his life. At 4:30 in the afternoon, Mu Chichi hurried to Zhongting. But Sheng Xiao was in a meeting. When the secretary saw her, she said to her, Madam, do you want to take a shower and change your clothes? There are clothes for you in the CEO's office. They are specially prepared for you. Don't worry about me. I'll take a shower myself, said Mu Chichi. Sheng Xiao probably knew that she would smell everywhere she went. That was why he made such preparations. Her man's meticulousness was really off the charts. Mu Chichi entered Sheng Xiao's lounge and hurriedly took a shower. When she dried her hair and came out, Sheng Xiao was still in a meeting. Mu Chichi thought for a while and sat on the CEO's seat. Only then did she realize that the cufflinks she had given Sheng Xiao were still in the most conspicuous place. It was so ugly and childish, but he was not afraid of being laughed at. Thinking about it, she did not seem to have given Sheng Xiao anything else other than the cufflinks. So, she planned to make a good one that could be put on the table and make her husband happy. When Sheng Xiao came out of the conference room, he found a certain someone sleeping on his desk. The secretary was afraid that she would catch a cold, so she wrapped a blanket around her, afraid that the CEO would scold her if she did not sleep well. Seeing that Mu Chichi had fallen asleep, Sheng Xiao did not wake her up. Instead, he squatted down and looked at her red and swollen feet. No matter how comfortable the shoes were, they would wear down the feet after too much exercise. This little one really did not know how to be lazy. Behind Sheng Xiao, the secretary was stunned. Who would have thought that the CEO, who could summon wind and rain in the business world, would look like this when he returned home? Xiao Xiao, I didn't mean to be late. Seeing that she was still raving, Sheng Xiao smiled and stood up. He said to the secretary, Give me the information. Don't let anyone in to disturb me. Got it, CEO. On the other hand, Mu Chichi slept until 7 in the evening. In a way, she was accompanying Sheng Xiao. Chapter 585. Xiao Xiao. Mu Chichi sat up. I fell asleep. Sheng Xiao put down his phone and looked at her. You didn't just fall asleep, huh? I didn't do it on purpose. We agreed. You've been talking in your sleep for the whole afternoon. If someone comes in and hears you, they will think that my woman has some weird habits. Sheng Xiao stood up and put on his coat. What did I say? Mu Chichi stood up as well, only to realize that she had taken Sheng Xiao's seat. Idiot. Sheng Xiao scolded her and wrapped the coat around her. Let's have dinner outside tonight. Okay. Mu Chichi nodded and wrapped her arms around Sheng Xiao's waist. I ran down from the mountain, which is more than 2,000 meters high. I didn't mean to be late. Why don't I ask Su Che to send someone up to install a cable car? No need. Muchichi smiled. I don't think I'll go up. I'm so hungry. Take me to dinner, honey. Really? Yes. Muchichi did not know whether to laugh or cry. Although she knew that her man was rich, he should not play like this. At the same time, Tang Yin rang the doorbell at home. But no one answered the door. After a while, Tang Yin saw the note on the door. I'm going to the police station. Call me if there's anything. You didn't reply to my message, so I guessed that you're busy. A person who was not feeling well went to the police station. Thinking of this, Tang Yin drove to the police station. Feng Shanshan was still in the laboratory. Why are you back? The professor did not know why Tang Yin came back, so he looked up and asked him curiously. I can't sleep, so I came to see if you can help me. Tang Yin answered mechanically. There's nothing that I need your help with. After this experiment, Shanshan and I will get off work. Help me send her home. I called her to come here. Got it, Tang Yin said in a muffled voice and walked out of the forensic lab. Although Feng Shanshan's hands were full, she could not help but laugh when she saw that the man was so tired, but still came out to look for her. About 10 minutes later, the experiment was over. Feng Shanshan changed her clothes and walked out of the forensic lab. She walked to Tang Yin and said, Let's go. Get yourself a key. Tang Yin stood up from the chair, his expression cold. If you think it's too much trouble, I can hide the key in my house, and you can get it yourself. Is it so difficult to make a key? Tang Yin turned around and asked. I don't want to have to return the key in the future. Tang Yin stopped talking and continued walking in front of Feng Shanshan. After they arrived home, Tang Yin went straight to the study, leaving Feng Shanshan alone in the cold living room. Therefore, she immediately raised the fire. That night, the two of them did not speak to each other. Tang Yin did not walk out of the study. When he left, he did not wake Feng Shanshan up. Everything was the same as before. Even though they were very familiar with each other's bodies, Feng Shanshan was the one who made the choice to not have feelings for him. After Tang Yin left, she made herself a sumptuous breakfast. It was because she knew that Tang Yin did not have the habit of eating breakfast. It was fine now since he was still young. But what about in the future? Therefore, she did the extra work and brought him directly to the police station. You brought breakfast? Can you even eat a corpse? The professor couldn't help but laugh at her. Forget it if you don't want to eat it. Feng Shanshan said. I'm just teasing you. I've eaten. I'll bring it to Tang Yin. This child never has the habit of eating breakfast. Let him have a taste of your cooking. Up to you. If Muchichi was here, she would definitely laugh at her. But she knew that Muchichi was not here today, because she had promised Sheng Xiao that she would practice self-defense today. Muchichi was the favorite. Wherever she went, she would be protected by a large group of people. Why would she need to practice self-defense? The person who should practice self-defense the most should be her. But Sheng Xiao was not at ease. It was reasonable. After all, she was his favorite. Moreover, she had done such a tiring and dangerous job. No wonder Sheng Xiao wanted to test Muchichi's fitness. I'll stuff Tang Yan's mouth in the future. The professor rushed out and came back with a smile. Shanshan, your cooking is not bad. Who wants him to eat it? Feng Shanshan rolled her eyes. She did not want anyone to see anything unusual between her and Tang Yan. I don't care. He ate it anyway. The professor chuckled. Feng Shanshan did not say anything and continued to work. At this time, Muchichi met her self-defense coach. The man of her family came to the training ground to keep an eye on her. She would learn well, okay? She would not fish in troubled waters. So, what are we going to learn today? We'll learn wrestling and sanda. After that, we'll add judo. Sanda is mainly for subduing, and judo is for defense. After learning these, it won't be a problem to deal with ordinary people. Muchichi listened to the coach and nodded. No matter what it is, I can do it. Because she needed to become stronger. Only then would Sheng Xiao be at ease. Then today we'll practice some basic skills. Coach, do you know how to catch people? Muchichi asked. It's best to go through a professional school and learn it for a long time. It's a test of wrist strength. It's usually used by the police to subdue the enemy with one move. It's very limited and not practical for you, the coach answered. Then, I'll listen to your arrangement. Muchichi was undoubtedly able to endure hardship. She did not have the pampered air of a rich young lady. When she was thrown or trampled on, she could still get stronger and stronger. This made Sheng Zhao's heart ache when he saw it, but he did not let his heart soften. Sometimes, he hoped that she would be strong. Sometimes, he wished that she was just a 17-year-old Muchichi, hiding behind him forever. This kind of complexity, perhaps, could only be understood by others when one loved someone deeply. This morning, Muchichi was thrown around by the coach. But she suddenly realized that she actually liked this kind of exercise. As for Sheng Xiao, after returning to Zhongting, he told his secretary, "From now on, free my weekend mornings." Yes, CEO. Only by experiencing it herself would she know how painful it was to hit Muchichi's body, and how it felt when she fell. Muchichi needed to do these training, and he needed it too. Jing Yin had been by his side for more than 10 years, and left in the end. Su Che would also have such a day. In the hospital, it was just afternoon. Grandpa Sheng was lying on the bed. He felt good and suggested that he wanted to go home to recuperate. He felt that staying in the hospital was too uncomfortable. The doctor did not agree, so he had to stay in the hospital for at least half a month. Grandpa Sheng remembered that it was Sheng Zhao's order, so he did not argue. Chapter 586. Gu Xiling had already figured out the housekeeper's family background and schedule. Now, she was just waiting for an opportunity to have a good talk with the housekeeper. So, she behaved herself every day and looked harmless. But the more she behaved like this, the more Hu Ran suspected that she and Sheng Kai were planning a bigger conspiracy. Sheng Kai was now at ease as his vice president. In terms of interpersonal skills, he was much smoother than Sheng Bowen. So, it wouldn't take long for those who were disappointed in him to think that he was bewitched. They wouldn't think that it was a problem with Sheng Kai's ability at all. Looking at Sheng Bowen's management style now, he was really too idealistic. It was impossible for him to understand the needs of the people in the company, so Sheng Kai was able to win more support. Of course, there were still some people in the company who supported Sheng Bowen's way of doing things. CEO, the Viceos are having dinner together again. Aren't you going? The secretary that Sheng Kai had hired to seduce Sheng Bowen had now become Sheng Bowen's spy. Really? Then they really eat together frequently. Although Sheng Bowen's words were sarcastic, he did not have any intention of stopping them. Because when it came to a person who was not on the same path as you, even if you tried to curry favor with them and scheme against them, it would only end in failure in the end. Worse still, you might be killed when the rabbit is dead. Aren't you angry at all? What's the use of being angry? Our views are different. There's nothing to care about. If he can really take back the position of CEO from me, I won't have any complaints, said Sheng Bowen. Just wait and see. I will let these people know that they are wrong about me. Compared to Sheng Kai, Sheng Bowen was more broad-minded and tolerant. Even if he knew that there were so many jackals, wolves, tigers, and leopards around him, he had never thought of eliminating them one by one like Sheng Kai, because he knew that such people could never be eliminated. There was no way to guard against them. The only way was to conquer them. With all due respect, CEO, you should also care more about your grandfather. I care about him very much. He can understand my feelings, said Sheng Bowen. The secretary chuckled and shook her head. I'm not saying that you are not sincere. I'm just afraid that someone will take advantage of you. I know, said Sheng Bowen. He could not be like Sheng Xiao, who could calculate everything perfectly. But he also knew how to speculate and prepare for a rainy day. Although deep in his heart, he really did not want to be the person who schemed against his brother. But on the other hand, would Sheng Kai show mercy to him if it were him? The secretary did not say anything else. Sheng Bowen also lowered his head to read the important documents of Huang Yao. But at this time, Hu Ran suddenly came to the company. Seeing this, the secretary immediately said, Madam, please wait a moment. Sheng Bowen saw Hu Ran and immediately smiled. Why are you here? I don't have anything to do in the hospital, so I came to see you, Hu Ran replied. Second sister-in-law takes good care of Grandpa. No one else can do anything about it. Don't worry. Grandpa can tell who's loyal and who's not. It's not fake. He can see through everything, Shengboan said. Let's have dinner together tonight. Okay, you go ahead with your work. I'll walk around your office. I haven't been here before. Hu Ran looked around the office. This used to be Eighth Brother's office. I think it's a good place, so I moved in. All the furnishings you see now were made by Eighth Brother back then. I haven't touched them, Shengboan explained to Hu Ran as he picked up the documents. That secretary of yours seems quite pretty. Shengboan laughed when he heard this. Second brother and second sister-in-law specially prepared this for me. Of course she won't be bad. Hu Ran's expression changed when she heard this. Why did you keep her? It's fine as long as I know what kind of person I am. Could it be that Xiao Ran is jealous? Shengboan probed. I don't like to be jealous. I've already made it clear to the secretary. The reason why I kept her is to prevent second brother from sending more sinister people over. At least, this secretary still has a conscience, Shengboan explained to Hu Ran. I didn't keep her because she's beautiful. What are you explaining to me? Hu Ran's expression was a little unnatural. If you're angry, I'll let her. No. Since you've explained it, I'll definitely believe you. If you send her away now, what if your second brother sends someone more ruthless and vicious to you? What should you do then? Keep her. Hu Ran quickly stopped him. Not angry. Hu Ran laughed. If you're really a reckless person, you'd have countless women around you. How can you still be pure? Shengboan coughed lightly and gestured for Hu Ran to stop talking about this topic. Recently, second brother and second sister-in-law have been so normal that it's unbelievable. So you should pay more attention to second sister-in-law's actions at home. Grandpa told me about the will. I'm afraid that they'll have other thoughts. I know. Hu Ran nodded. Shengboan couldn't help but lower his head and kiss Hu Ran's lips. Hu Ran's face turned red and she glared at him. Go to work. Don't be serious. I have to work hard because I'm preparing for a big move. There were too many vice presidents in the company. It was time to clean them up. That afternoon, the police were still going up and down the mountain. Because they didn't see the management of the temple before. They only heard that the person had come up the mountain at night. The police immediately took action, but found that the abbot only had one right hand. According to the people on the mountain, the abbot had hurt his hand while working in a factory. Later, he came up the mountain to manage the temple. Not only that, the head of the management was not very smart. From the looks of it, this murder should not have been committed by him. If it was not him, then who could it be? The 12 families on the mountain were all old people. How could they take 2 young people to the cellar, dismember their bodies and dump them? Most importantly, the murderer did not leave any clues or fingerprints. Not even the fabric of the clothes could be found. If it was not someone with anti-investigation awareness, how could it be done to this extent? Obviously, the residents on the mountain were not the murderers. But the real murderer must have something to do with the temple. Otherwise, how could the tattoos in the cellar be explained? It's so annoying. Every time I want to go to the crime scene, I have to go up the mountain. It's so tiring. The police officers started to complain. Did the murderer do it on purpose? Chapter 587. But Tang Yin did not look at her. His temperament was cold, and his eyes were sharp. No one knew what he was thinking. Feng Shanshan thought that with his figure and temperament, people would believe that he was a murderer working undercover in the police station. Can you smile when it's appropriate? Feng Shanshan moved the corner of her mouth and asked Tang Yin. There's nothing worth smiling about. Feng Shanshan was speechless. I think I might fail my course just because you look so cold. Then don't look at me. Feng Shanshan was speechless. Sure enough, she could not expect too much from this man. I'm going home. Feng Shanshan took off her gloves and glared at Tang Yin. You still want to stay here, right? Tang Yin looked at her and paused for a moment before saying, there are many things to do in the police station. I understand. Feng Shanshan nodded and did not hesitate. She packed her things and walked out of the police station. She still had to go to school tomorrow to revise for the exam. Tang Yin watched her walk out of the police station. It was such a cold day. After thinking for a while, he chased after her and gave the car key to Feng Shanshan. Help me drive the car back. Don't you know how to drive it yourself? Feng Shanshan rolled her eyes. There's a car in the police station. Although Feng Shanshan was reluctant, she still took the car key from Tang Yin. She had driven a sports car, but she had not driven an off-road vehicle yet. Thinking of this, the gloominess in her heart was swept away. When Tang Yin returned to the police station, he was laughed at by his colleagues. Officer Tang, why didn't you send the girl back? What if she encountered danger at this time of the night? Tang Yin glanced at him and asked directly, why didn't you send her back? Look at what you're saying. If I could be like you, tall and strong, capable of both literature and martial arts, I wouldn't need you to tell me, right? The man laughed. Officer Tang, you're such a workaholic. Tang Yin did not say anything. How could others understand his actions? Even Feng Shanshan herself thought that Tang Yin simply wanted her to drive the car back to the hotel. After arriving home, Feng Shanshan parked the car and opened the door to go home. Feng Shanshan was suddenly stunned because she felt that she had gone a little too far by occupying the nest of others. She drove the car and had the keys. They had agreed that they would only be bedmates and nothing would change. Why did she feel like she was the mistress of this place now? She then looked at her own house. Although it was cold and cheerless, it seemed like that was her home? Feng Shanshan did not understand. She did not think too much about it. She took a shower and put on the robe she brought over to sleep. Tang Yin returned home in the wee hours of the morning. He did not expect that he would wake Feng Shanshan up, or rather, she was not a sound sleeper. Did the police send you back? Yeah. Tang Yin nodded. But I don't hear the sound of a car outside. Feng Shanshan continued. I'm going to take a bath. Tang Yin could not be bothered with her. He went straight to the bedroom to get a change of clothes. Workaholic. Feng Shanshan looked at the wall clock on the wall, turned over on the sofa, and continued to sleep. Anyway, she felt that Tang Yin was strange in every way except for his good body. Was it because he had been single for a long time and developed a strange habit? However, she did not give up on herself just because of one person. Tang Yin entered the bathroom and saw the green plants on the bathroom door. He frowned subconsciously because he did not like to see these things in the bathroom. But obviously, it was Feng Shanshan who put them in. So he went to the study. The next day, when Feng Shanshan woke up, she was preparing breakfast. But it was rare that Tang Yin did not go out. She thought that Tang Yin was Superman. However, he did not rest at home. Instead, he wore boxing gloves and punched the sandbag in a separate training room. Why can't you sleep? I thought you would go out at this time. Tang Yin ignored her and continued to practice. Feng Shanshan looked at Tang Yin's smooth back and saw crystal beads of sweat sliding down his body. At that moment she felt hot all over. Damn it, she had an urge. I'll go out soon. To prevent herself from drooling at the man, Feng Shanshan quickly turned around. I made breakfast for you on the table. Although the professor said that you don't have the habit of eating breakfast, for the sake of your stomach, I think you should consider eating it. After that, Feng Shanshan went out. When Tang Yin heard the door close, he stopped and took off his gloves to go to the dining room. Looking at the breakfast on the dining table, he sat down, picked up the milk, and took a sip. However, after just one sip he spat it out. But at this moment Feng Shanshan came back, because she did not bring the documents. Seeing Tang Yin vomiting on the floor, she frowned and walked over, but Tang Yin stopped her. Why are you still here? What's wrong? Feng Shanshan asked. I'm sure I didn't poison it. Or are you lactose intolerant? But even if you're not tolerant, you can't just eat it and spit it out, right? It's none of your business, Tang Yin said calmly. I'm just allergic to certain things. Feng Shanshan was speechless. But I saw you drink milk in the afternoon. So, I think you have a phobia about breakfast. Feng Shanshan glared at him. Is that why you don't eat breakfast? Mind your own business. After saying these words, Tang Yin went to the bedroom. Feng Shanshan crossed her arms and was a little unhappy. Hey, at least wipe the floor before you go, right? This person was definitely traumatized. Feng Shanshan was almost sure that he vomited the breakfast that the professor stuffed into his mouth yesterday. Although she complained, Feng Shanshan still wiped the floor before leaving the house. Living under the same roof as a weirdo, would he be infected as well? Feng Shanshan did not think too much. She only knew that the exam was coming. Although Mu Qiqi did not want to fight for first place, she still wanted to see who was better between her and Mu Qiqi. After a while, Tang Yin came out of the room. When he saw the sandwich that Feng Shanshan had made, he did not take another bite and put it in the fridge. He had tried, but after so many years he still could not accept it. It was the second class in the morning in Shengting University. Feng Shanshan was sitting in the classroom absent-mindedly. When she saw Mu Qiqi enter the classroom, she asked her, "Qi, let me ask you, what kind of trauma does a person have to go through to make him hate eating breakfast, and even vomit his stomach out after eating it?" "Who are you talking about?" Mu Qiqi asked a nosy question. "Who else can it be? That person with low EQ." Feng Shanshan pouted. "You guys." Chapter 588. I think that if Officer Tang's condition is so serious that he's going to throw up after eating, then this incident must have hurt him a lot. So, if you're just trying to find out more about this incident, then I think you should stop. No one likes to be paid attention to like this. Mu Qiqi said to Feng Shanshan. Besides, although you don't feel it yourself, after spending so much time with those rich kids, you have the potential to play tricks on others. Feng Shanshan pushed Mu Qiqi away and glared at her. You don't understand me. I don't understand you. Since you care about Officer Tang, why are you beating around the bush? That's because you don't know how dangerous he is. Feng Shanshan thought to herself. Forget it. The exam is in 2 or 3 days. I must win against you. As she said that, Feng Shanshan leaned on Mu Qiqi. However, Mu Qiqi pushed her away. It hurts. Did you really go yesterday? Of course. Mu Qiqi sighed. I feel like I was run over today. I can't even stand up. I thought you would just act coquettishly. Mu Qiqi did not answer Feng Shanshan's question, because she knew that no one would understand how serious she was when it came to Sheng Xiao. Feng Shanshan did not ask further. When it came to relationships, the two of them had never been the same. We are opponents. Don't hang on to me so easily. Mu Qiqi reminded Feng Shanshan. Look at the surprised faces of others. If Mu Qiqi was said to be an iceberg genius in school, Feng Shanshan was another extreme. It was a well-known fact that they did not get along. Nobody knew what happened between them in the past 6 months. They were supposed to be the strongest opponents. Why did they shake hands now? Then I'll hang up when I go to the lab tonight. At noon, the hospital was very quiet. Gu Xiling was accompanying Grandpa Sheng in the hospital. The butler and Hu Ran happened to bring lunch to the hospital. Usually, the butler and Grandpa Sheng were inseparable. It was not easy to find a chance to talk to the butler. After taking care of Grandpa Sheng for lunch, the butler was cleaning up the tableware. However, the old man said that he wanted to eat the pastries made by the kitchen at home. The butler had always taken good care of him, so he promised him that he would go back and ask the chef to prepare. Anyway, Hu Ran had to take care of him in the afternoon, so he could leave. Seeing this, Gu Xiling immediately said to the old master. In the afternoon, Kai asked me to deliver something for him. Since third sister-in-law is here, I can leave without worry. Second sister-in-law, you're not the only one who knows how to take good care of Grandpa. Hu Ran rolled her eyes, as if she was worried about leaving Grandpa Sheng to anyone else. I didn't mean anything else. Gu Xiling explained before packing her things. She waited for the butler to leave for a while before leaving. It was only when they reached Sheng Mansion that Gu Xiling quickened her steps and stopped the butler. Butler, I have something to tell you. What does second young mistress want to say to me? Why didn't you say so when master was here just now? The butler asked. I don't mean any harm. I've heard about your son. I know a very good lawyer who might be able to help you. This is his business card. As long as you tell him that you're my friend, he will help you. The butler took the business card from Gu Xiling. His expression changed. Second young mistress, If you really want to help me, then I'll thank you. But if you have any ulterior motives, then I'm sorry. I can't accept your help. Butler, are you going to watch your son suffer? I'll take care of my family affairs. You don't have to worry about it, second young mistress. I'm in a hurry. Second young mistress, I won't accompany you anymore. Gu Xiling watched the butler walk away. She clenched her fists. She really did not expect that the old butler was so stubborn. His son was in such a crisis, but he still did nothing? Later, Gu Xiling told Sheng Kai about it over the phone. That old thing is not sensible at all. What should we do now? We've already alerted the enemy. Don't worry. Although the butler might not accept it, he won't say anything. Sheng Kai knew the butler very well. But now, he's not willing to get close to us. That means he's refusing to cooperate with us. He doesn't need a lawyer. But it doesn't mean that his son doesn't need one. Just skip the butler and go to his son. I don't believe that the butler's heart is made of stone. He won't even help his own son when he's in danger. Gu Xiling thought that there was no other way. If I knew this earlier, I would have used force. Don't worry. The butler can't escape from us. Sheng Kai comforted Gu Xiling. We still have plenty of time. We still have a chance to get the butler. Don't be discouraged. However, they never thought that the butler was so old. He was even older than Grandpa Sheng. How could he withstand their torment? But for the inheritance and status, they couldn't care less now. But why could the butler stay in the Sheng family for so many years? Because in his heart, he knew very well that some things were unbearably dirty. Since Gu Xiling had taken the initiative to express her goodwill, how could he not know what the couple was planning? Sheng Bowen had just become the CEO of Huangyao. His foundation was not stable yet. If Sheng Kai continued to stir up trouble behind the scenes, the Sheng family might not be as glorious as when Sheng Xiao was still around. But he couldn't tell Grandpa Sheng. It was not because of anything else. He felt that Grandpa Sheng couldn't take it anymore. Of course, he could still mention it to Sheng Bowen. When the bell rang, Mu Qiqi and Feng Shanshan went straight to the police station. Who would feel good when encountering such a headache-inducing case? Every time they went to the crime scene, they had to go through mountains and rivers. No one could stand it, let alone two delicate girls. The police officers who went to the crime scene 2 or 3 times were miserable. Their legs were trembling. I can basically conclude that the murderer did it on purpose. There are still a lot of things we don't know. It will take time to go up the mountain. It will also take time to come back and do the tests. By the time the results are out, the traces will have been erased. Tang Yin looked at the people in the police station sighing. He suggested, I'll go up the mountain and stay there. If there are any new discoveries, I'll inform you. Or, I'll take pictures of them with my phone. It might save some time. You're going up alone? The professor was a little worried. Although you're strong, what if the other party is a gang? Aren't you courting death if you go up alone? Then add someone to go with me. I'll pack some equipment and go up with you, said the professor. If possible, we can do some experiments up there. Chapter 589. Had he never thought about who he would be afraid of? It was good to be alone. Do you want to follow him? Mu Qiqi could not help but lean on Feng Shanshan's shoulder. Look at your eyes. They are completely focused on Officer Tang. Is it that obvious? Feng Shanshan asked. Look at yourself in the mirror, Feng Shanshan. Do you know that your eyes are the same as mine? How is it the same as yours? I want to eat him up too. I see Xiao Xiao's eyes are the same until now. Mu Qiqi laughed. Actually, it's not bad if you follow him. Your relationship will definitely progress by leaps and bounds. No way. Do you believe it? If I say I want to follow him, he will stare at me and say that I am dragging the team down. Feng Shanshan knew her place, so she did not join in the fun. Although she really wanted to know what Tang Yin was thinking and what the story behind it was better for her not to add to the chaos at this time. Then go back and rest. The exam is coming soon, Mu Qiqi said. There were too few clues in the case now, and the two of them could not go up. If the professor followed them, he should be able to provide a lot of clues for the criminal investigation team. You go first. I will stay for a while. Feng Shanshan did not plan to leave for the time being. Mu Qiqi glanced at Feng Shanshan. In the end, she asked her seriously. He's a police officer and you're a forensic doctor. Everything can be positive. As long as you calm down and fall in love, Officer Tang won't be the second scumbag, right? You can be serious. Don't play around and miss your happiness. Who knew if Tang Yin would be the second scumbag? At least, his image in private was not positive at all. There are some things I can't tell you, Chi-Chi. You won't understand. Because your first love is Sheng Xiao. You only have Sheng Xiao as your man. Mu Chi-Chi lowered her head and thought for a few seconds. Then she nodded. Maybe. After that, Mu Chi-Chi left the police station and got into the car that Su Che came to pick her up. When they got home, Mu Chi-Chi sat on the carpet without saying a word. Then, she put her head on Sheng Xiao's lap and leaned against him. What's wrong? Sheng Xiao lowered his head and asked. Continue reading your information. I'm just thinking about life, Mu Chi-Chi said in a deep voice. Xiao Xiao, what do you think would have happened to me if I hadn't met you? I don't know how many times I've been sold, Sheng Xiao replied calmly. Mu Chi-Chi did not forget that Sheng Xiao had dragged her out of the hotel. Oh, I'm such a lucky person. Mu Chi-Chi took a deep breath and continued lying on Sheng Xiao's lap. Sheng Xiao ignored her and subconsciously stroked her hair, as if to comfort her silently. Mu Chi-Chi felt so comfortable that she closed her eyes and quickly fell asleep. When Mama Sheng came to ask them to eat, Sheng Xiao only made a shushing gesture at her. Asleep? Then carry her upstairs and come down for dinner, Mama Sheng said softly. The whole family doted on the little one, so it was not an exaggeration to say that she was the group's favorite. Even so, Mu Chi-Chi did not cherish the love of others just because there were so many people who loved her. On the contrary, she cherished it even more, because she knew how hard it was to get such love. Sheng Xiao put down the information and carried Mu Chi-Chi horizontally. Then, he walked to their bedroom, thinking that there were no festivals recently where he could take out their wedding rings. He couldn't wait to wear the ring, because it would show that he had a family. But it was meaningless to wear it himself. So, while Mu Chi-Chi was asleep, Sheng Xiao took the ring box downstairs and handed it to Mama Sheng. Mom, please give this to Cheer. Mama Sheng was shocked when she opened it. This is your wedding ring? Why don't you give it to her yourself? I wasn't ready when we got married. Now that I'm ready, but there are no important days. I don't know how to give it to her. Just tell her that you and Dad prepared it for us. It will make her happier and more meaningful. Mama Sheng frowned. She always felt that her son was not such a roundabout person. What do you want? Just say it. I also want her to coax me. When Sheng Xiao said this, his tone was very light. It sounded like a joke. But Mama Sheng knew that in her son's heart, he also hoped that Xiao Qi would play tricks on him and make their life more romantic. Understanding what her son meant, Mama Sheng chuckled. That's it. I'll give it to her for you. Won't your conscience hurt if you take something you made and let Qi or coax you to make you happy? I want to have a sense of ceremony. She did not know how Mu Chi-Chi would give the wedding rings to Sheng Xiao after she got them. I hope you can always love Xiao Qi like this. Sheng Xiao raised his eyebrows. Was there a need to doubt it? He had never regretted the woman he chose. He loved her more every day. That little thing was his for the rest of her life. No one could take her away, not even the king of hell. On the other hand, Tang Yin went up the mountain. That night, Feng Shanshan was the only one at home. What Mu Chi-Chi said to her last night lingered in her mind. But she knew very well that she did not have the confidence to keep Tang Yin by relying on true love and feelings. The danger level of this man was comparable to that of a typhoon. But she did not know that Tang Yin was determined to have her. Late at night, it started raining on the mountain again, because the residents on the mountain couldn't accommodate the people from the police station. The people from the police station temporarily rested in the temple. They started a fire, and a group of people gathered around it to keep warm. When it rains, there will be less evidence in the cellar, said the professor. It's really troublesome. We still haven't found the exact identity of the couple's bodies. I wonder if the screening is over. It's over. Tang Yin hung up the phone and said to the professor, the couple are unemployed people from this city. They are both 28 years old. The man's name is Chen Xiao and the woman's name is Xiao Yu. They are childhood sweethearts. They have been missing for a week. Because they usually go out to play, no one at home reported them. It was not until this afternoon, when Xiao Yu's mother couldn't get through to her phone, that she went to the police station. It's easier now that we know the identities of the victims. The professor sighed. The tattoos on their bodies, the temple, and the cellar all hide a lot of secrets. Now it's up to you young people to dig them out. Uncle, I'll send you down, said Tang Yin. The forensics laboratory needs you more. You're willing to go down? The professor was surprised. I thought you would stay up there until the case is solved. The clues are all down there. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support. And don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.